Well, well, well. Let's get it. Let's go. I'm late tonight. I will not be on this late again unless it's Cowboys After Dark. I will be back at my regular scheduled time tomorrow at 4 o'clock. 4:30, I'm sorry. But had some things going on, but I say I got to get it in. A lot of great Cowboy stories today. So, let's go. Welcome, Cowboy fans and Cowboy haters alike. I'm the G, and I'm the host of Let's Talk Cowboys, where we talk facts. And if you like this video, you like this live stream, please hit that like button, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know the next time we post another video or go live. And if you haven't become a channel member or subscriber yet, please do. We have a lot of great things coming up this season. Now, let's go live. So let me show you. Today, we have an exceptional show, which I guess I kind of feel like every show is exceptional. But nevertheless, we're about to get this thing going. Y'all hold on, I'm multitasking at the same time. So, we got a very good lineup today. We dodged an absolute bullet, so we don't have to worry about this thing with Mr. Tyler Guyton. We don't have to be crying about it. Tyler Guyton looks like he is going to be fine. Man, I'm telling you, talking about somebody was sick. But I thought that this man was not going to be here for the season. Even though I am still going to talk about it. I believe that if it would have been cataclysmic, the Cowboys have a backup plan. And I want to still talk about that backup plan tonight because I think it needs to be, I think we need to consider this. I had already talked about it before, so we need to consider it. So, all right, done multitasking. Let me give y'all the lineup for tonight. So tonight, we are going to deal with the Christian Wilkins story. This Christian Wilkins story is bananas. I don't know if y'all heard about this Christian Wilkins story. That's why I'm like, everybody's talking about we want Christian Wilkins on Cowboys. Hey, man. Hey, I'm just telling you. This Christian Wilkins story is absolutely bananas. And I am going to I'm still going to lead this show off with it because Tyler Guyton is not out for the season. So we're going to go ahead and lead this off with this thing with Christian Wilkins. Our second story for the day, we're going to be dealing with Guyton hurt. Man. What a sigh of relief. It's crazy when somebody has a bone bruise or whatever it is, and you're like, thank God. But thank God, he's not gone. Number 3, we're gonna look at the Brian Schottenheimer's press conference. We're gonna look at day 5 plays. Now, y'all tell me, we were so excited about the Cowboys getting in pads on Sunday. I didn't really think the Sunday pads looked all that great. I really didn't. And maybe it was because I think once the defense got the opportunity to have a little bit more contact, all these great plays the Cowboys were just wowing us with in OTAs, wowing us with in training camp before the pads came on. Shoot, man, them pads came on. Man, I thought I was looking at a different team. I thought I was looking at a different team when them pads came on. So, I got day 5 plays. We got some player interviews, and I mean there are a bunch of player interviews. I don't know. I just know we're probably not going to be able to watch all of them. I got a thing I want to talk about, the Dallas Cowboys cornerback room, based on some observations from day 5 and day 6 in pads, and then we're going to look at day 6 plays. And I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to do all of them. I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put a video together for day 5 plays. I'm gonna put a video together for day 6 plays because I just don't think I can get them all. I have, as I told you before, scoured the internet. And I have pulled everybody's videos and I have compiled them in one video. That's what I'm gonna do. And I'm gonna give you all the plays. But tonight, we're gonna watch quite a few of these, day 5 and 6. So, Christian Wilkins, Guyton hurt, Shotty press conference, day 5 plays, player interviews, cornerback room, day 6 plays, We are loaded today. Let's go. Roll call. Let's get it. Yep. Monday night. Just think, in 6 weeks, we'll be watching Monday Night Football. But since we not, roll call. Daniel Washington. I'm telling you, when I saw that 4 to 6 weeks, boy, what a sigh of relief. Michael Thomas in the crib. John Jones, what up, New Jack City? Let's go. Dominique Pittman, bone fracture. Yep, man, I'm telling you, Dominique, sigh of relief. Jay Lynch, sigh of relief. Yes, sir. Madman. Uh-oh. Madman, I can't let you steal my thunder, but this is exactly where I'm about to go. Yes, sir, I'm with you. Lord Nova, 85 in here tonight. What's going on? Real, the Daddy, what's up? Man, I'm glad after 4 to 6 weeks, I never thought I'd say something like that. Katharina Kiss, she said, hit that like button. I ain't going against, I agree. Get right or get left, what's going on? Yes, sir, it is not serious. We dodged a major bullet. Major bullet. Jigga Man, what's up? He said I was about to let OG know. Yes, sir. Hey, I already knew with it. Hey, man, sigh of relief. Boy, I was about to put out a whole video and then somebody came across and said, nope, he good. Cowboys 5 rings back in here. Good to see you. Stephen White in the crib. What's going on? My sister, Brittany Mahoney. What's going on? LaVon Cola. I'm here again, father of 8 girls. God bless you. Let's go. Michelle Castello. What's up? Not an ACL. I think everybody's on that same page. We happy. Oh, I think we happy. We dodged a bullet. Alice, what's going on? Me. Man, yeah, Guyton not 4 to 6 weeks. Good to see you in here. My sister Niecy, what's going on? Niecy said, hey, G in chat. She said, agreed, you are super late today. Oh, man, forgive me, Niecy. Forgive me. Got a lot going on, but I said, but the show must go on. So I had to come on. But we're going to get it in tonight. We'll be back at our regular scheduled time tomorrow. D-Web, 9 Other, what's up? Niecy said she was clutching her pearls when she heard about Guyton. Kevin Edwards, what up? Jared Thomas, #1 Dak Prescott fan. Jared Thomas, I got a video for you today. Boy, that boy Dak Prescott today. Let me tell y'all something. Dak Prescott is balling. Jared Thomas said, G. He said, not the season, thankfully. He said, we're catching breaks. Yes, sir. Jalen Hurts is getting exposed in training camp. Jaden Daniels' best weapon is holding out. Yeah, things are looking our way. Hey, we're going to be good this year, I'm telling you. We're going to be good to go. Davion Wallace in the crib. Mikey 405, what up? Ron Hannah back in here, what up? Let's go. We about to get this thing started. Y'all don't worry. Niecy said she excited. He almost called that man Scottie Pippen. Yep, I did. Let's go. 555 Calix, what up? Man, I appreciate it. He said, G is better than ESPN. Let's go. There he is, lost in translation. What up with you? My man D Block 88, what up? All right, we got the real estate vet up in here. And then we got R-Dub 763, what it do? All right, let's get this thing going, but we got a lot to talk about. So, Cliff Jesse just stepped in the room. Yes, he is not out. Thank you. Robert M31, my #1 financier. Robert M, what's going on? Good to see you. All right. I was going to lead this off with, well, originally I was going to lead it with Christian Wilkins. But then I saw this thing with Tyler Guyton. I was like, we're going to go with Guyton. But now that we know Guyton is okay, because I got a very good segment on Tyler Guyton, we're going to start this thing off how I was going to start it off originally. Man, Troy Dudley, I just see you stepped up in here, creeping up in here. Troy Dudley, what up? Hey, let me tell you something. This story with Christian Wilkins is bonkers. This story is bonkers. And now I see why they didn't want to talk about this story. This is a very, very sensitive story. Because they were saying that it was because at first he didn't get the surgery. And so they were like, well, we don't see a timeline of where he could come back. Lies. Do y'all realize that this thing with Christian Wilkins is more of a harassment? This thing with Christian Wilkins is bananas. This dude went to HR. Well, somebody went to HR on this dude. A player went to HR on this dude. Now, I'm not sure. I'm like, okay, I don't know how everybody feel about this. But I'm gonna just talk about it in a very politically correct manner. A politically correct manner. Derek G in the crib. What's up, Ron Hanna? I see you. Yeah, Dak throwing dimes. Oh, man, I got the video for us, too. My man, Darren Posey. He said it was a cold, dark night. My man, Poopy D up in here. What's up? All right, let's go to this story. Let's go to this story of Christian Wilkins, guys. I don't know if y'all saw this. But when I saw this, I don't know what else to tell us. I mean, this story is bananas. I'm just going to play it in case you haven't heard it. It's bananas. Just listen to this.
Christian Wilkins.
Again, from speaking to people inside the locker room, I think what everybody's dancing around and tiptoeing around is the fact that when you speak to people there inside the locker room, they say that Christian playfully went to kiss a teammate on top of his head.
Let me let you hear some more, then I'm going to say something.
And those same people said that that player took offense to it. So that's what everybody's been dancing around and tap dancing around, an incident in the locker room where he allegedly playfully kissed a teammate on top of his head. That teammate felt offended by it. And that's what a lot of this talk and speculation that people have just been floating around out there is about.
Don't you let Adam Schefter downplay this. Do not let Adam Schefter downplay this. This is not an issue about him trying to use the right words, that he might go the other way, right? That isn't what this is about to me. Because I think some people may go there. But I don't think that's what this is about. But what I do think this is about is I don't care if it's a man to woman, woman to woman, woman to man. Nobody has the right to play these types of games with other people. Because I'll tell you, I'm for one, I don't play this kind of stuff. Don't play this kind of stuff with me. When my son was in high school playing football, and these guys were playing some dumb game where they were going around to other guys, they would just walk up to them and like, I'm trying to use the right words so I don't get struck, but they would kind of rub up against the back of them. And I was like, nah, son, we ain't playing them. Nah, we're not playing those kind of games. We're not playing those kind of games. Because you never know who that is actually not a game to. Some people, under the guise of playing and kidding and games, they're doing something else. Same way when you got office settings and you got some dude making jokes around the women or to the women. Well, would anybody think this was cool? If another man did this to a woman? I'm telling you, don't let Adam Schefter downplay this. This is bananas. This other player didn't take this as playing. Went to HR. Now, I'm going to let you hear some more. And I'm going to give you even some more insight on this. That makes this bananas. Now, you may be saying, why am I covering this? Because there's a lot of people in Dallas Cowboy fans. I mean, they are begging for this guy to come to Dallas. And my question is this the type of stuff you would want in your locker room? I'm sorry. I'll just be honest with you. I'm not dealing with no double standard. I don't play these type of games. I don't play these type of games. Man, I'm sorry. I'm a man. I know who I like, what I like. Of course, I'm married. But I don't want to play those type of games. He shouldn't want to play those types of games. Nobody should be playing those types of games. Man, this stuff is serious. Man, it's 2025. Man, you don't play around with this stuff. I'm telling you, this story is bonkers. And that's why I'm like, okay, would we really want this in Dallas? I mean, with the stuff that we already deal with. Let me let you some more.
Okay, so he kissed a teammate on the forehead in a playful manner. Teammate said, nope, not doing that, and went to H&R and reported this entire thing, basically, is what happened?
I think that's probably a fair and accurate way of saying things, yeah.
Isn't it funny, though, how Adam Schefter, have you noticed how Adam Schefter approached this? In a playful manner. How you know? How you know, Adam Schefter? See, Adam Schefter playing the game. I see exactly what he doing. He playing the politically correct game because he don't want to tick anybody off. We're not done, bro. And Pat McAfee is about to make a powerful point, and then I'm going to tack on to what Pat McAfee says.
So, yeah, but that tells me a lot of things, quickly. That tells me a lot of things. So, if that happens in the locker room and then they go and report it, that means the locker room probably didn't fuck with them.
I meant to beep that out. But let me go a little bit further. Nah, man. The locker room is saying, we ain't playing this mess. We're not playing this. Because we already know that the Raiders have, and well, I don't even think he's on the team anymore. I'm not sure if he's on the team anymore. We already know the Raiders are not phobic. But something about this isn't quite right. Because typically when something like this happens. So you're telling me that somebody runs to HR the first time? It's not normally how this stuff goes. It's not normally how this stuff goes. The way this stuff normally goes is that there's at least a, hey, man, or hey, lady, whatever, I don't play like that. Could you please stop? But for him to go to HR, that lets you know that I think this is something that is bigger than just him. Like, man, the locker room is like, nah, man, this dude be tripping. Because you go to HR. I'm just saying. Pat McAfee is saying something. He knows a locker room culture. He knows a locker room culture. I've worked in corporate, being a manager, dealing with HR stuff. And typically when you start talking about this stuff, you don't just hit somebody between the eyes. There's typically some kind of pattern. There's typically some kind of pattern, man. This is this.
Right? Feels like?
Yeah.
That's what it feels like?
That individual, for sure. I mean, I mean, you see some different things in the locker room. There are different people. This would classify as weird.
Yeah, I would think kissing off
a teammate bald. Because if he's bald, it's not.
What if he won a euchre game with the guy, though?
You never know.
They're playing, maybe they're playing Boo-Ray. Yeah. And the guy hit.
You see how everybody is trying to, now Pat McAfee, you see how he's trying to, like, make excuses? I wonder if this was a man doing this to a woman, what would everybody be saying? See, this is why I am on this, the double standard. See, if this was a man to a woman, well, he canceled. He canceled. See, they're making excuses like, oh, maybe he was playing, maybe it was this. I don't know. But I can tell you this. It's pretty crazy to me. On a one-time incident, they gonna release you from the team? Nah, I'm not. I'm struggling. I'm gonna come to your comments in a minute. I'm struggling. And I'm asking us because Cowboy fans, this is what you want in the locker room? Now, we trying to create an atmosphere of competition under pressure, competitiveness, a culture that can handle some mishaps by Cavante Turpin. But this kind of stuff right here, man, when you start invading people's personal space and people's personal beliefs, for them to want to get rid of this dude for all the money that they owe him, this just seems a little crazy to me.
Double the party. Thank you. And kissed him on the forehead.
Maybe it was that guy's. Any smooching in the locker room.
I've never seen it either, but I'm just saying, like, hey, the pop. This guy just lost all his. This guy lost 40 grand to me. Thank you.
Yeah.
He goes, let me give you a.
All I'm saying is it's good luck to kiss the top of a bald head. We've seen it in the movies, stuff like that. If this guy's a full head, if he's a full head of hair, then
isn't Gruden's boy out there? Mm-hmm. He's strength coach.
Deuce. Yeah. Believe he is Deuce. Yeah.
He didn't try to kiss Deuce's head, did he? It wasn't Deuce.
If he's a $100 million player, I'm assuming it was like Max Crosby. He's not kissing some practice squad player.
You never know.
And then getting in that much trouble for it.
Is he?
He makes another good point. Who was the player that he did it to? Because, hey, I'm telling you, man, you're talking about. I don't know. This is crazy to me. This Christian Wilkins story. I got to come to the comments and I want to see what y'all saying about it. This Christian Wilkins story is crazy, and I'm like, okay, are we wanting this guy to be in Dallas? Are we saying we're just willing to overlook this, that, and the other? Because let me show you something else. The comments on this thing. Hold on a second. Let me show you the Boy, the comments on this is wild on X. Y'all already know X off the chain, man. Y'all already know X off the chain. Let me go back over here. Y'all already know X off the chain. I'm going to show you some of the comments. And there's a couple of videos on X. And I didn't realize that this is who this guy is because I remember some stuff about him at Clemson. Man, them Clemson boys were doing some crazy stuff. The Clemson boys were doing some crazy stuff. Let's see here. Check this out. This right here. If I'm not mistaken, do y'all remember this? This is Wilkins. That's Wilkins. I'm just saying, that's Wilkins. Bro, I'm sorry. I just don't play like this. This is crazy to me. This is crazy to me. This is crazy to me. And I'm telling you, man, these people in the comments, I was tripping when I saw this video right here. Y'all see this video right here? Boy, I saw this, I was rolling. But I'm saying all this to say, man, this is bananas. And it tells me that this must be serious for you to let $100 million player go. This can't just be regular horseplay. It can't be regular horseplay. And I understand. I know why people are running from this story. I know why they're running. I know why they're running. Y'all notice you ain't really hearing a lot of people talking about this? Yeah, I know. They running. They running. They don't want to deal with this story. I'm noticing I'm not seeing people talking about they want him back with Dallas. But, boy, I can't play. I can't play like this. Y'all tell me. Y'all tell me. I don't know. I'm trying to choose my words wisely too. But I can tell you this. It's crazy work. This is crazy work. This is kind of stuff to me you just don't do. You don't do this stuff. The locker room is a workplace too. The locker room is a workplace too. This is crazy. I'm trying to get all the way up to the comments because I'm glancing. I'm over here rolling on y'all comments already. Okay. Let me start about right in here. Because I really want to know what y'all think about this, man. This is crazy. All right, let me see. D-Block said, yeah. D-Block said, yeah, he kissed her. Man, this is crazy, man. I see, boy, man, it's crazy. Rob Dem said, there's no way this story, he said, there's way more to this story. Robert 31 said, that's an understatement. Straight up, man. This crazy work. This crazy work. It's crazy. What up, Dale? Hey, them Cowboys is doing their thing. This is crazy. Okay, the real estate vet says. Oh, the real estate, come on. Real estate vet said, we don't give a doggone. He said he's a hog on the field. He said have him chase SSA on the field. He said have him chase SSA on the field. He can stop the run. Boy, I'm done. Real estate, man, I'm telling you the story crazy. Pure Game said, no, this bro, he said he weird. This is weird. See, basically, we're going to get to Guyton next. We ain't going to spend a lot of time with this story. But my question is, like, do you want this guy on the team? Because you're talking about a culture. You don't want harassment in your culture, making people feel uncomfortable. I don't think people in the NFL are phobic. I don't think they're phobic by far. But when you start invading the space of people, that's some serious stuff to me. That's serious. That's serious. Ron said, keep your lips to yourself. Yeah. Nisi says, this is what we need to hear, G's. Man, what? Niecy, yes. What? When I heard this story, I said, this is why they tried to say something else. I said, this is why they tried to make this into something else. Because they know they can't really say it for what it is. It's crazy. It's crazy. We ain't gonna stay on here long, but I just want to know from y'all. I mean, do you want this guy on your team? Definitely needs some counseling. Troy Dudley said first hug and now kissing. Robert M said exactly. D-Block said he love guys. Hey, D-Block. And the thing is, that's not a problem. I'm pretty sure the players will be like, that's not a problem. Just don't be in here pursuing us. We don't want your we don't want your advancements, bro. We don't want your can't do it. Niecy said it's harassment. Katharina said facts. I'm telling you, this is crazy. See, Bates, he said, I'm with your niggas, you get your butt whooped around here for that, man. Hey, and I'm going back to the other dude, the Cowboy dude, like, who was this? Who was this? For them to put this dude off the team. And I'm like, wait a minute. You typically don't do something like this on, like, a first offense. I mean, I could be wrong. I don't know how they do it. I don't know how the Raiders do it. But you typically don't get classified as weird on one incident. You don't get thrown out typically on one incident. I mean, you're a $100 million player. You know, we want to bring you in for some counseling or, hey, or maybe they just ask you to stop or whatever the case. But you letting go of a $100 million player could be a combination of things. Could be a combination of maybe they think they overpaid for him. Don't see not progressing well from the injury or wouldn't get the surgery. Maybe some of the guys in the locker room have made other complaints about some of his dumb jokes or whatever the case may be. Because for a team to release you, that is crazy. Robert M said, I don't laugh and I joke. He said, I laugh and I joke, but I don't play. Man, it's crazy work. Man said kiss on top of the head isn't weird, but I get the player why he took offense. I would have went to HR. He said I wouldn't have went to HR. See, and man, most of us probably wouldn't. That's why I'm wondering. Okay, so it's a joke. You went to HR. This seemed like there's a little bit more to this story. Warren Miles said, nah, we good. He said, we good. Troy Dudley said, did he make... Troy Dudley said, did he make a smooching noise? What up, Lisa? We about to get the guy in here in just a moment. All right. I'm gonna move on. Let me read a couple of more comments. But this is crazy. This is crazy. And I'm telling us, this is why I'm telling us. I think there's more to it. And that's why they don't want him. I think this is a combination of things. I don't think this is just that thing. I think it's a combination of things. Because you don't cut $100 million player for this. Unless it's serious or there's a combination. So that's why I asked, do we want him? And I'm telling you, I really say if the Cowboys were really serious about bringing this guy in, boy, they better really. Niecy said, let's start with play for professionalism. He went too far, Niecy. And I think that's how the player felt too. I think that's how that player felt too. And I wonder who that player is. And I'm sure if we've gotten this far, it's going to get a little bit further with this story. I mean, crazy work to me, guys. I just wanted to I just want... Man, I can't even read all these comments y'all got in here. I can't read the comments. But man, I'm telling us this story is crazy to me. It's crazy to me. I don't think this is a phobia story. This is it's a harassment story. It's a harassment story. And D-Block, some people don't even know what you're talking about, but I do. D-Block said that's Uncle Clifford from P-Valley. Boy, I'm done. Hey, Dallas Mob said we do not want that beat. He said we don't want that in Dallas. He said we don't want that in Dallas. What up, Hallelujah? Good to see you in the chat. I just want to let y'all see, because I know people been saying they want this dude on the team, but I think this is serious. I don't think it has to be serious for them to cut this dude. Man, this is stuff you don't even let it get out of the organization. If it's a first-time offense, hey, come on in here, man. I'm the coach, call him in office. Hey, man. Wilkins, you're doing too much. We love you. We know you like the joke. We know you like to play. One of the players took offense. So, you know what? We're going to put this in your file or whatever the case may be. But we would just ask, could you not do that again? Not only to him, but don't do that to another player. Don't use any of those kinds of jokes, because anybody knows who's been around football players in the locker room and on the field, man, they be saying some crazy stuff. But there's just a certain level. See, based on which that Clemson clip is diabolical. I did not realize this was that guy. So it's crazy to me. I'm telling us, it's crazy to me. And for them to cut him on something like this, shoot, tells me this may be a little bit more serious than what we think. Cancer 69, appreciate that super chat. Yeah, this may be a little bit more serious than we think. T-Block 88. I'm telling you, this is crazy, man. Katharina's kid said, hit that like button. She said, there's 200 people, only 58 likes. I agree with her. All right, guys, let's get on to the next story. Let's turn to the biggest story of today. It really is. It is the biggest story of the day. Tyler Guyton. When Tyler Guyton went down. Let me show you. Uh-oh, hold on. She's in the building. Angie the Rebel Chicks, what up? Angie the Rebel Chicks, we've been praying for you. Hope all is well. Good to see you in the building. Y'all hit the like button for Angie the Rebel Chicks. Standing ovation. Let's go. Angie the Rebel Chicks, let's continue to keep her in our prayers. Angie, hey, they've been holding you down while you've been gone with all the jokes and stuff. They've been holding you down. Poobie D, Ice Cold Cowboy, they've been holding you down. Darren Posey, they've been holding you down. They can't do it like you, but they've been holding it down. Good to see you back up in here. Stop it, Azteco. Stop it. Stop it. All right. Okay, let me get back. Let me get back to this story, and then we'll keep checking in with our sister Angie as we keep going. All right. So, Tyler Guyton. I was collecting like all the plays from today, all the best plays from today, getting ready to, and we're still going to do it, because I am telling you, Tyler Guyton has been balling. This dude been balling. Man, this dude been balling. But when I saw this video right here, when I saw this video right here, boy, I was ready to shed some tears. I almost messed up my whole day. Man down. Man down. Tyler Guyton has worked so hard. This man has worked so hard. And his comeback, boy, his bounce back has been incredible. His bounce back has been incredible. And then I saw this. I was kind of like, okay. Guyton is walking. Doesn't look to be our man Michael Parsons was walking with him. Love that. But Guyton, okay. And let me tell y'all something. Because some people say I'm hard on Michael Parsons. I know sometimes the truth sounds hard. But at the end of the day, man, hey, Michael Parsons is a phenomenal player. Love Michael Parsons. He's young. He's got to mature. I always keep that in mind about young people. I don't try to condemn young people. But when you're given, and then you say you want to be a leader. So when you want to be a leader, the standards are higher. And so we talk about those things. And I'm going to tell you this, and I'm on both sides of this argument. Michael Parsons is under contract. But he wants this extension. And I can tell you now, you will not see this man on the field until he gets that extension. This is the very reason why you won't see him. You're not going to see him on that field. Especially after this. You ain't going to see this man on the field. You're not. Because this is the danger. This is why players want their money before they get out here and start playing in training camp. This is why they want their money. Man, you mess around and get out here in this training camp. If you're a quarterback, you go down and you've already established yourself, you're still going to get paid. I mean, we saw Kirk Cousins come back at 35 with a snapped Achilles heel, got $120 million guaranteed from the Atlanta Falcons. That's a quarterback. But when you're talking about Michael Parsons, now, hey, we talking about Jerry, though. I still say, if Michael was to get hurt, I believe Jerry would still pay him. I believe Jerry would still pay Michael. I believe he'd still pay him. I do. But again, stuff like this is why you're probably not going to see Michael Parsons. No, it ain't no probably. You will not see him hit that field until he gets that extension. My man Jigga Man, appreciate that super chat, $10. You're not going to see Michael Parsons on the field. You're just not going to see him on the field because you're not going to see him on the field because this is the danger. When you're at his point in your career, you don't want to get on that field and have an injury because these are the type of things that can happen. And even though I think Jerry would pay him, it could still affect how much you get. And so this right here, shoot, man, that dude Mike ain't going to touch that field. Pure gaming. I said it before. I'm on both sides of this argument. I don't blame him. It's football business too. You will not see this dude on the field. Robert M., what you think? It's this reason you will not see this dude on the field. You're not going to see him on the field. Big C-Base, Big Pippin up in NYC. It's just that Jigga man. Yes, sir. So, you're not going to see him on that field. You're not. Troy Deli said, folks, that said, we don't need another O-line in the draft. Had to feel a certain kind of way after Tyler went down. Oh, yeah. Folks that said we don't need another offensive lineman in the draft had to feel a certain type of way. Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah. Poopy D, what up? He said, hope all is well with you, Angie. So, again, this is why you're not going to see Michael Parsons on the field. Mr. J, what up with you? Louis Bailey, what up? He said he doesn't need to be on the field. He might not get a sack like he did. Louis Bailey. Touche. He said he doesn't need to be on the field. He might not get a sack like he did at least 2 games. I see you there. Yeah. But again, Jeff Herring, everybody won't get that joke you just made unless they seen life. Ron Hanna said Michael will still get paid, but not top dollar. Yeah, I believe so too. I think he'll get paid, but it would not be top dollar. So Michael ain't touching that field. I can tell you now, he ain't touching that field. Dominique Sanders, they don't have no choice. They don't have no choice. They're going to pay Michael Parsons. But that man ain't touching that field. I promise you he ain't touching that field. He will not touch that field. He don't. So let me show you some more stuff I got on Tyler Guyton. Let me just show y'all. Let me just show y'all how hard this dude has been balling. Shout out to Voch Lombardi. Voch Lombardi gave us a Tyler Guyton pack. 2 packs, Tyler Guyton, showing us how this dude's balling out, man. Let me show you what this dude been doing out here. This dude been balling so hard, man, people are calling for Mozzie Smith to be replaced. That's how hard this dude been balling. Let's check him out. Man, this dude, Guyton. Watch him here on the outside. I'm gonna do a whole film breakdown on this dude. Look at Guyton. Guyton got his feet together this year, guys. Look at it. Boom. Guyton got his feet together this year, guys. I'm telling you, he got his feet together for sure. Let's see that again. Boom, jump back, and look who that is. None other than Donovan Ezeraku. This dude, I'm telling y'all, Guyton has been doing his thing. I got more clips, but I'm telling you, look, it's bounce back on easy, boom. Done. Let's go to the next play. Appreciate Voch Lombardi again. This next play, let's see. Can't see who that is on the outside. There's a Rocco again. Look at it. I'm telling you. Guyton got it together, guys. Look at his hands. You're not bull rushing Guyton. He's very strong. Nope, not happening. Nope. And I think what Guyton tried to do, it looked like Guyton tried to make an inside move. Ezeraku tried to make an inside move. Guyton said, nope, got you. Watch this. You gonna try to bounce it inside? Nope, not happening. Not happening. Shoot, man, it's dude. Man, this dude Guyton doing his thing. This is why everybody's crying today. They know what this dude is looking like. All right, we got him again. Look who out here. Sam the Slam Williams, the man who said when he get in them pads, somebody gonna feel him, people gonna get hurt. Shoot, watch Guyton. Watch Guyton on Sam Williams. Point of attack. Boom, boom. Guyton been balling, guys. I'm telling you. This Sam Williams, y'all. This is Sam Williams. Look at that. Nope, you ain't going inside. Guyton just took him out to play. Guyton said, you're not going inside, bro. You're not going inside. I don't care if you read the run. You're not going inside. Look at that. Same thing he did to Ezeraku. You're not going inside. You're not going inside. Straight up, as we say in the hood. Straight up. All right, let's check out this last one. Shoot, look at him. Watch this. Now, this play right here, very smart play by Guyton. So we already know Ezeraku, quick, fast technician. So he gonna try to blow past Guyton. Guyton just casually pushes him in the back. Boom, get out of here. Watch him. Look at that. Boom, get out of here. Shoot, Guyton been balling, y'all. Guyton been balling. This is why we were feeling some type of way. Shoot, we heard Guyton going down. Hold on a second, let me see. I got something else here. He drove, if I'm not mistaken, let's see. Okay, we got 3 more. Okay, I got 3 more plays for you. Shout out again to Voch Lombardi over at x.com. You can follow him at Voch Lombardi. Let's see here. All right, let's cue it up. Guyton again. Nah, bruh. Nah, it ain't happening. This dude is rumbling, boy. Look at that. Boom. Guyton is battling in there. Them boys trying to spin on Guyton in there. Ain't working. I'm telling y'all, this is where Guyton has so much improved. Footwork, hand work. Footwork and handwork. He has immensely improved. Let's check him out. Another play. Shout out again, Vach Lombardi. Look at him. Got his feet together. Gets back in his spot. Look, boom. Yep. This boy balling, man. I hate he got hurt because his progress he was doing so good. This might set him back. Might set him back just a little bit. Footwork. Watch the patience. Gets in his spot. Gets in his spot. Get him back here. Watch it. He get in his spot. Looking. Bam. Got his man. I'm telling you, this dude, Guyton, ballin'. Got one more play here. Let's check him out. No, Sam. Don't get mad, Sam. If I'm not mistaken, is this not Guyton that just put Sam out? Woo! That boy drove Sam out to play. Hey, last year he wasn't doing this. Look at this. Battling. Get his leverage. Nah, Sam, you ain't strong enough, bro. Sam hips, it kind of throws him over his hip. But Sam ain't strong enough for this dude. Not straight ahead. Nah, it's over, Sam. This dude, Guyton, I'm telling y'all, has been ball-lin out of control. And I'm telling you, there were some people in this Cowboys organization, they were like, I guarantee you, they were having a hard time breathing. Tyler Guyton is so pivotal to what the Cowboys are going to be trying to do this year. So those are the players with Guyton. And let me see. I thought I had one more play. If you don't see it on this, I'm gonna when I post the video of all the good plays from the day. I'm thinking there's a play where Tyler Guyton. Oh yeah, this is it. Let me give y'all one more. This play right here has people calling for Mozzie Smith's job on the internet. Boy, people are saying Mozzie is done, bro. Watch Tyler Guyton go against Mozzie. Watch this. Okay, actually that wasn't him going against Mozzie. That's him stopping Sam the Slam Williams again. Stop Sam Williams again. And Mozzie is right here. Everybody's mad about this. Y'all see Mozzie Smith? This is Mozzie. He supposed to be playing at yeah. Mozzie got drove all the way back. Mozzie ain't got enough weight, man. You need a 110. Nah, bruh. He ain't big enough. But again, look at Guyton holding his own. Look at Guyton. Footwork. Nah, bro. Sam, you ain't enough for this, man. This is why, once again, we were crying when we thought Guyton was out. This dude's improvements have been crazy. His improvements have been absolutely crazy. The jump is astronomical. And so the Cowboys are going to miss because do y'all realize we're like 5.5 weeks away from the opening game? We are literally 5.5 weeks from the opening game. I had to remind my wife of this today because she was like, "Oh, he'll be here in time for the season." I'm like, the season starts in 5.5 weeks. He's supposed to be out 4 to 6 weeks. Cowboys, do not bring him back early. Do not bring him back early. Do not bring him back early. Angie the Rebel Chicks, she said Guyton gets hurt a lot. His body. She said his body is like Anthony Davis. Ooh, don't say it. Because we all know Anthony Davis is an absolute monster. He's going to be incredible for the Dallas Mavericks when he's healthy. Hopefully Angie Guyton don't be that bad because that dude there cannot stay healthy. Let me go to this super chat real quick. USMC, what up? He said, I honestly think Mozzie might really get cut. USMC said everybody doing better than him. He bad, man. And you know what? Let me give him this. I think them converting him to a hybrid 1-tech, 3-tech, they probably need to stick with the 3-tech thing. Let's see if we can salvage him. You know, let's see if he can be salvaged. You know, that's pretty much all I can say on that part. Let's see if we can salvage him. All right, let me see if I can get into some comments. See if I can get into a few comments. Angie said, what does this mean for the O-line? Now, Angie, I'm glad you asked that question. Because anybody who's been following me already knows I had a solution for the Cowboys. I have a solution for the Cowboys temporarily. And I had already talked about this. I have a strange feeling. The next player to get signed for the Dallas Cowboys will not be Micah Parsons. The next player to get signed for the Dallas Cowboys, I believe, is going to be Ty Smith. The Cowboys are doing with these other players what they should have did with Micah Parsons. They're going to try to pay all these players early. And I'm telling y'all, this is a page out of the Howie Roseman book of how you sign players. You sign them all. You try to sign them as early as possible. So they got Jake Ferguson signed. Shout out to Jake Ferguson. Jake Ferguson is not going to be the highest paid tight end. He's going to be the 7th best paid tight end. If the Cowboys go ahead and sign Ty Smith right now, he probably won't be the highest paid left guard in the NFL. He'll probably be in the top 5. The Cowboys get him signed because I think all roads are pointing towards George Pickens. All roads are pointing towards George Pickens getting re-signed by the Cowboys. This is why they're trying to knock a lot of these deals out early. I believe Ty Smith is going to get signed early. Now, I say all this to say it would behoove the Cowboys to get him signed early because I believe you move Ty Smith. If you want the strongest offensive line you can put together, you move him to left tackle. I say you move Ty Smith to left tackle. And slide Cooper Beebe. You can either slide Cooper Beebe from center. If you don't want to slide Cooper Beebe from center, I want to see if Brock Hoffman can play there. Brock Hoffman is a bona fide dog. And I'm telling us now, the Cowboys got this dude on a box of Cracker Jacks. When that dude deal is up, you watch how many teams are going to be scrambling to sign Brock Hoffman. They're going to be scrambling to sign Brock Hoffman. So if I'm the Cowboys, I would just slide Ty Smith over for maybe 2 or 3 games, depending upon how much Guyton is out. But hey, you never know. Guyton might not even miss a game. But I do think it would probably be better for the Cowboys if he missed a couple of games because he's going to actually miss a lot of reps leading up to that game. So I would want to get him some more reps in before he got into live bullets this season. So if it was me, I would go ahead and start practicing Ty Smith over there at the left tackle position. And someone else wrote an article on this. I want you to see the article they wrote because it's kind of similar to what I'm saying. They have some alternatives because Angie said, what does this mean for the offensive line? So let's pull this up. Telling y'all, man, I got y'all with all this stuff, man. Let's see here. Let's kind of read first. They've kind of spoiled this story, but let's go ahead and read some of it. And then I'm going to give you these alternatives that we could use over there at left tackle until Guyton got it together. All right. So first, let's look at the injury news. They're reporting over here on Yahoo Sports. Cowboys have dodged an absolute proverbial bullet. So it's saying here Tyler Guyton has a bone fracture, not a torn ACL, as being reported by Todd Archer. It says, while significant, the news of a fracture instead of a torn ACL is relatively good news for Guyton and the Cowboys. It says it's not clear from the report precisely where the fracture took place. Per the report, the injury is expected to sideline Guyton for 4 to 6 weeks, a timeline that encompasses the preseason. Not sure if he's going to play. I'm really not sure if he's going to play during the preseason, but definitely he's going to be in training camp and could extend into the start of the regular season. The Cowboys are scheduled to play in the NFL's Thursday night season kickoff game against the Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles on September the 4th, and we are destined to knock them boys off. It says Guyton seeking to bounce back from the rookie season. Yes, I've already showed you the film. He's been looking incredible. He was the 29th overall pick, started the first 6 games, yada, yada, yada. We know he struggled. But again, I do think the Cowboys made a mistake because in their first 6 games, the Cowboys did not want to run the ball, and I think they could have really helped him out by running the ball more, taking advantage of his power, but they didn't. But again, we're not going to rehash the old stuff from last year, but he's been great. Y'all already seen it. The proof is in the pudding. I've already shown you that. But again, let me show you this article talking about the contingency plan. So the Cowboys' top 3 replacement plans after Tyler Guyton's injury. Because I've already said, I said this even when he wasn't injured. Like if he was going to struggle, I said move him to right tackle, put Ty Smith at left tackle, move Cooper Beebe to the left guard, Brock Hoffman in the center. A lot of people think that's a little bit too much moving. And I could agree with Cooper Beebe the way he's been balling out, and I can understand why people would feel like that. But let's look at the contingency plan from this article. Awesome Richards. I'm not sure about Awesome Richards playing left tackle. It says 6'4", 307-pound Richards is the most obvious and most seamless replacement. He's a career offensive tackle with loads of college experience. He's been steadily progressing in the Cowboys system over the past 2 years and seems ready to make a leap in year 3. Okay, I would want to see him first. But Awesome Richards could be a contingency plan. Brian Broader says, I like Awesome Richards. Number 2, y'all forgive me, but Nate Thomas, I have not been seeing anything on Nate Thomas, but this article seems to believe that Nate Thomas has been turning heads. Says second-year tackle Nate Thomas has been turning heads in camp after an injury robbed him of his rookie season. He's wasting no time making an impression. The 6'4", 331-pound tackle out of Louisiana is a hot stock these days who should only look better as the frequency of padded practices pick up. Working in Thomas's favor is the timing of everything. With so many opportunities to prove himself in camp and preseason games, the Cowboys can ease him into real action without exposing Dak Prescott to needless injury risk. And of course, my number 1 would be Tyler Smith. Move Tyler Smith over. It says he's been Smith may have very well been Dallas's top left tackle already. He's the best offensive lineman they have. I would move him to left tackle, but hey, that's just me. The reason he is stationed at guard is because he's borderline generational as a guard. Still just talented, man. Smith came to the Cowboys as a college tackle, but was prepped to play guard in year 1. Only after a late summer injury to Tyron Smith did the Cowboys move him to left tackle. I'm telling us he could do it. He could do it. He could absolutely do it. But I understand what this means. You mess around and move him over to left tackle, and he get out there and start absolutely annihilating. He get out there and start absolutely annihilating people at left tackle, and man, we'll be screaming for, hey, do something else. You know what I'm saying? We'll be like, hey, man. We'll be screaming, let's leave Guyton there. I'm sure we would. We would be screaming to leave Guyton there. Star Guardian X, appreciate that super chat. Star Guardian X says, no worries, Cowboys Nation. Jerry will get Parsons signed 1 hour before the Eagles game. Hey, he got Dak signed, what was it, 3 hours before the game or somewhere in there. I said he gonna sign him at halftime. That's where I am. I think he gonna sign him at halftime. But y'all tell me in the chat what you think about the contingency plan. What do you think? Hallelujah said for the regular season either. Okay, there must have been another one up there. All right, hit me again, hallelujah. Pure Gamer said, nah, I think the Saints are getting Arch. Oh, yeah. Hey, man, we don't even need to talk about Arch Manning. The Saints have a plan. They're getting Arch Manning. If Kellen Moore wins 1 game this season, 2 tops, he'll be fired. They'll fire him for winning. Like y'all remember when the Houston Texans fired Lovie Smith for winning? I'm telling you, Kellen Moore bet not try to win a game this year. He'll be up out of there. Corey Bonner said, this might be a good look for Micah. Quite as kept, he shows signs of being a leader on the team. Yeah, and this right here, Corey, I'd get extra quiet. I get extra quiet now. For real. Council 69 said, G, he said, you have a better chance to hit the field than Mr. 40 million plus. Yes, sir. Yeah, he hitting that field. Angie said, Guyton and Mozzie are considered letdowns. Mozzie is, but not Guyton. Guyton been balling, Angie. I mean, you just saw the film. That dude, Guyton been balling. Guyton had everybody excited. Darren Posey, yep, got his feet together. What about his... What about his tender ligaments? Okay, we're going to see on that. We're going to see on that one. Poopy D said, Guyton is a Sooner. He'll be fine. Poopy D, he been balling, man. He been balling. I'm telling you, Ezra Rocco been giving him what was been trying to give him that work. Because people were saying, yeah, nobody's been able to block Ezra Rocco. No, I'd already seen the film. No. Guyton had been handling up on him. He got him on a play, but no, he been handling up on him. For sure, he's been handling up on him. Bullet Storm, yeah, that's the one we saw. Yeah, Guyton got slammed by Sam Williams, but Sam Williams drove. And the reason why he slammed him is because he drove him all the way back. Nisi said, I'm rooting for Guyton. He's going to be great. Yeah, he's got his feet together and his hands together. Alfredo Morales says, I think wax on, wax off. Wax on, wax off. Alfredo Morales says, there's no way Arch gets drafted by the board. No. Cowboys will never be in that position. No. They'd have to lose every game. Saints got a plan. Brandon Mahoney said, Mozzie got that work from Tyler. Brandy, I saw somebody in the comments and I was laughing because they said, who don't give Mozzie Smith that work? Gwen, what's up? Gwen said, Gee, I'm a little nervous. Guyton out for 4 to 6 weeks. Hey, I'd have been more nervous if he was out for the season, so I'm good with 4 to 6 weeks. I just think they need to bring him back good. Troy Dudley said, patience. Player development is a real thing. Straight up facts. Mozzie probably does need to move back to the 3 tech, though, because or move to the 3 tech, because they're not going to stop messing with this dude. Wait. Pooba D said, I do like our corners at the line. Yeah, our line is looking pretty good. Yeah, Pure Games, Mozzie got flipped. Gwen said, gee, who replaced? Yeah, that's what we were just talking about, Gwen. I'm a little bit behind on the comments, but that's kind of where I am. I think it'll either be, I think they'll either move Tyler Smith over maybe temporarily, but I don't know. They may not want to do that because, like I said, he get over and start knocking people out the box. Everybody, the Cowboys may even say, let's leave him there. And Terrence Steele coming, he's a year removed now. Was it 2 years removed from the injury now? Looks like he's been doing pretty good at training camp. Got a little bit another injury, nothing serious, but got an ankle injury. We're gonna see what that is. All right, let's see. Let me read a couple more. Lewis says 6 weeks means that Guyton will be able to play by the second week. Yes, and that's kind of where I am, and I don't want him to rush back unless it's like miraculous healing. Darren Posey said I'd say 4 weeks for Guyton. Excuse me, Darren. I wouldn't be surprised if they did try to bring him back early, but I hope they don't. Poobie D says he will play week 1. I will not be surprised if he does, but I hope they don't just try to rush him back. All right, guys, keep those comments coming. It's a lot of y'all in here, so can't get to as many as I want to, but y'all keep them coming. Let me see here. Lewis Bailey said the O-line problems last year was with the coaches. Yes, the coaches were a big part of that. They couldn't make a solid decision on who plays. I agree. Pure Gaming says that someone needs to tell Pure Gaming says somebody need to tell Mozzie he's terrible to his face. Show him all his bad plays and see if it lights a fire. Watch this. Pure Gaming. You know how they're going to tell him? Give the Cowboys another week. I give them 1 more week. You know what the Cowboys going to do? I give the Cowboys 1 week, 2 weeks tops. They're going to be bringing in defensive tackles. Watch what I tell you. I believe the Cowboys will be bringing in one techs sooner than later. Sooner than later. You watch what I tell you. The Cowboy, man, y'all know we talked about this last week. Man, you tell me anything you want to. Solomon Thomas is going to be great for us. But if you're serious about a championship game, you need a one tech. And I mean, you need a good one. You need a good one. I think Toya's going to be fine. But Toya ain't ready for a championship run. Don't even try to do Toya like that. Toya not ready for a championship run. You gotta bring Toya alone for the championship run. But he ain't ready for a championship run. You have got to go out there and get somebody. If you're serious, you have got to go out there and get somebody. Mozzie can still be useful. Put him in a rotation over there at the 3 tech. Let him relieve him every so often. Star Guardian said, "Don't worry, Cowboy." Oh, okay, I already see that. I'm sorry. Let me get. Okay, Sarge. Appreciate that $5 super chat, Sarge. And let me see. I don't know if I got the other one. Sarge, thank you for both of these. Okay, yeah, I got that one. You said he'll get cut. You said, okay, Saxable. Yep, I've been seeing this name. Hakeem Adeniji, backup veteran right tackle. He says you don't mess with the center of your line. You could use back O-line. You can use back and backups, I think is what he's saying. Back. Okay, no, you can use the back. I got you. Use the back and the tight end to help the left tackle. Vach talked on this. Okay, I can see that. And that's why I was saying some people might disagree because Cooper Beebe has been fabulous. Cooper Beebe has been fabulous. So I know a lot of people probably would not want to mess with what he's got going. And again, I said before, you mess around and put Tyler Smith over there and he started knocking people out the box at that left tackle position. And boy, people might not want him to leave. Bobby D said game made for Michael contract. Man, I don't think it. Hey, whew, man. This Michael Parsons thing is going to get very interesting, but I still think they're going to pay him before the first game, or I think they're going to pay him the day of the first game at the latest. But he gonna get paid. Derek G said, "Gee, I don't know if I like moving Tyler Smith to left tackle." He said we need to keep that interior part of our O-line. So I am strong against the Eagles. O-line, so it's strong against the Eagles. But I'm and don't get me wrong, I agree with you. I'm telling y'all though, man, this dude Brock Hoffman. I want Brock Hoffman on the field. This dude Brock Hoffman is a monster. I'm telling us. The Cowboys got options. This is one of the places where, to me, the Cowboys got options. They can either move, they can move it around in various different ways, and it'll be good enough for the first game or two if you don't want to rush Guyton back. But again, Guyton could heal real good, and he'd be ready for game one. Hallelujah. Let me see. Hallelujah says, that was he said, yeah, I was asking if Michael was going to hold out for the regular. Hey, hallelujah. I don't think it. Oof. Oh, it's one thing when you hold out in training camp. Man, you mess around and start holding out during the regular season. You better hope the Cowboys lose. You start messing around and holding out in that regular season, and then the Cowboys start winning, and they just gain more leverage over you. So, Herbert Starks. Austin Richards did well in the second half of the season when he replaced Guyton last year. He said we don't want Smith because keeping that power in the middle for the run game and to keep the pressure off Dak. Yeah, I call it the triangle, Herbert Starks. I call it the triangle. Booker, BB, and Guyton. I mean, not Guyton, Smith. I call him the triangle. But hey, let me tell you something. That dude, Robert Jones, got the neck. I don't know if y'all know Robert Jones is going to be out, I think, for maybe 2 to 3 months. Robert Jones got a neck injury. But this dude, Robert Jones, was playing extremely well. He might would have challenged Tyler Booker, not long term, but definitely short term for that job, for sure. For sure. All right. But again, that's kind of where we are. Tyler Guyton, no big deal. Lewis Bailey said 1 more week and then bring in Christian Wilkins. Lewis Bailey, I think the Christian Wilkins story is going to get a little bit bigger. I really do. Uncle Charles said, what's going on, Uncle Charles? He said, it is much easier to step on a cockroach than step on a tank. He said, we have the mentality. He said, we've been, he said, we've been, we have to be mentally ready like a tank. Yes, sir. I feel that. I like that analogy too. My sister Lisa Worley, she said, I got faith in Guyton. He's done improved. Oh, he's really improved. She said, he'll be back just in time to start the season. I hate that because he was practicing so good. He was getting a lot of progress. Oh, those reps were helping him so bad, helping him so good. Helping him so good. Really was. Vach said he was backing up still. Which player are we talking about? Are we talking about the Adeniji or tell me who we talking about, hallelujah? Yeah, Robert M. Man, I'm telling you, Brock Hoffman, man, this dude is a beast. He's a beast of a player. I would love to see him on the field for the Cowboys. The Cowboys have got a treasure trove of players on this offensive line to where I just don't know if we're going to be able to keep Hoffman, man. Hey, 555. I'm telling us, Calix, we need Hoffman. I would love to see him on the field. He's a different type of dude. But that's a pretty big move around, I guess, if you start talking about moving your whole line around, because that would be something to where that maybe if it was a more permanent injury, like he's going to be gone for the season, that for 2 games, I could understand not moving it around. But that's kind of where I was. As a matter of fact, I even, for me, the Tyler Smith move that's the move I had in place if it was going to be the whole season. So I could understand if it's only a couple of games. I'm still struggling with Austin Richards. I don't know. I'm just saying, I would still be, even if it was for 2 games, this Philadelphia Eagle game to me is just so important. I'm bringing out all the stops for the Philadelphia Eagles game. I really am. That's kind of where I am. Lisa Worley, she said, hit that like button for G. I appreciate you. I agree with you. All right. Derek G, yeah, they lost a lot of players. They did on the defensive line in particular. All right. So let's get to this shoddy press conference. I have not watched it, so let's kind of see what's going on with it. But every time this dude talks, it is always magic. He just says a lot of the right things, and he's going to give us some insight, I'm sure, on the first day of practice. I mean, the first padded practice, and then he'll probably give us some insight on some things happening today. But y'all tell me what you think as we're going to go in and out on this thing with Brian Schottenheimer. Hold on a second. Looks like something playing in the back. All right, this thing with y'all tell me what you think about this thing with the first padded practice on Sunday. I thought today's practice was better. But that one on Sunday, it was kind of like, to me, it was like they were still running around in shorts and t-shirts to me. That's how I looked at it. But the one today, it got a little bit more ramped up, and we're going to see when I show you some of the plays. So let's look at the Brian Schottenheimer. Let's look at the Brian Schottenheimer interview. We have that pulled up, and again, he's always got some good stuff to say. So let's see what he does. Katharina Kidd said, yeah, G, she said we will sweep them trash birds. Yeah, we got to do it. And that first game will really go a long way. All right, USMC, catch the rest on the replay. All right, so let's check out Brian Schottenheimer. See what he's talking about today. Let's roll this thing with Shotty.
Depth of your offensive line?
Well, first of all, you hurt for Rob. I mean, he's having a great camp and terrific young man, and so you hurt for him first. But at the end of the day, he's going to do everything, and be very diligent through the process to get back. We're going to give him everything that we can do from a medical standpoint. But again, this is a physical game, and it happens. You don't want to see it. You hate to see it. But again, he's a talented young player that will bounce back and be as good as new when he gets back.
You hear broken bones in the neck. It sounds very serious. How did it occur?
Yeah, it was a kick-out block, and just it was a violent collision, one of those freak things. And again, we're pretty fortunate it wasn't worse. It wasn't worse, and it's just one of those deals about playing the game of football. And it's you hate to see it, but again, talked to him last night, and we're with him, we're supporting him, and like I said, young player with a great career ahead of him.
Clarence Hill, DLLS Cowboys. Can you talk about the depth at guard now with him out? Certainly, I don't know if it's Sadiq Charles' option there, T.J. Bass, Brock Hoffman. Can you talk about those guys?
Yeah, I think, we've got some pieces that we know we can move around. You moved a lot of those. Brock Hoffman can play that spot. Sadiq's been a great addition. Love what he's doing. You'll see him playing inside some Clarence at guard. You'll see him playing some jumbo tight end. We like to get the extra offensive lineman in the game some. That's been big for us. Maybe you see, T.J. Bass playing some center, some guard. Awesome Richards might have to move in there some, but this is the time of year that you want to move those pieces around anyway, so it doesn't really change anything. It just gives an opportunity for some guys that were maybe a little farther down the depth chart to get more opportunities in a padded situation going against some top-tier defensive talent.
One day advance, how do you evaluate the energy and what you got, and what do you need to improve on today?
I thought it was very physical. I thought our guys did a nice job understanding what we call the thud tempo, which is that quick, wrap and release where you're striking with your shoulder. I thought that was great. I thought the energy was really good. At the end of the day, we had too many guys on the ground. That normally happens. These guys have to learn. It's a process. They learn how to, when you strike, you can't, you got to continue to move your feet. So, but all in all, it was good energy. The focus was really good. And the winning team came down to the bags. So those pre-practice bags, because the offense won the first rack, the defense won the second team period, the offense won the third, the defense won the fourth. So we had to go to the tiebreaker, which is always the bags. And the offensive coaches had better props, so they won.
Brian, Todd Archer with ESPN. Is that keeping track of all that stuff every day? Is there a running total in the team room?
Yeah, we score practice. You get points for different things. If it's normal D&D and it's a gain of 4 yards or more, the offense gets a point. If it's less than 4 yards, the defense gets a point. If it's a third or fourth down conversion, the offense gets 2 points. Same thing if the defense stops them. 3 points for a touchdown, 3 points for a takeaway. And Tyler Boyles, my chief of staff, does a great job of keeping up with it. But we're always competing, and there's always going to be a winner and a loser. Defense won the first 2 days, and offense responded yesterday, and they got the victory.
Is that something that you've been coaching for 25, 30 years? Is that was always happening, or is that something that's kind of happened in the last 10 years?
That's something I learned from Pete. Like I said, the central theme of the program is what? Compete every day. And, the scoring is kept, and it's usually going to be close, and there's always good give and take, and we have different ways of, deciding who wins if it is a tie, because sometimes you'll have more than 4 periods, so anytime it's an even number of periods, you got to go to something. Sometimes it'll be a shoot-off, sometimes it'll be different things, but that was something Pete did, and again, he's a great competitor, and I think it adds something to practice because they want to win.
What was the prop that the coaches used?
A couple of the coaches had on they wore.
And then you guys, you blew the horn after the play to George Pickens. How do you decide and determine when practice will end?
Oh, the last play of practice? Yeah, yesterday we were on an hour 45-minute practice, and we were right at like an hour and 44, so I knew that was going to be the last play. Usually it's scripted. That was, a scripted period as well, and I think there was 3 or 4 plays we didn't get to with the twos. But we're mindful of the clock. We usually stay pretty close to being on schedule, and we weren't behind, but, we lost a little bit of time, earlier in the practice, so I just ended up cutting 2 or 3. But yesterday was a cap. Today I think we're going an hour 45, and it's a 2-hour cap, so we should be fine.
Nick Harris, former Star Telegram. Sometimes a change of scenery can really do guys some benefit. For Kaiir Elam, what do you think about this setting and this environment has really worked out for him to perform the way he has?
Kaiir Elam has been balling. Kaiir Elam has been balling. Top dog in the cornerback room right now. Deron Bland is a made man, so we don't have to worry about Deron Bland. But Kaiir Elam, he balling. This dude is balling out. This dude's gonna get a deal with the Cowboys, and if he doesn't, I guarantee he'll get a deal with someone else. He's been good.
He's been the same guy every day since he's got here, since we signed him. I'm talking about with the club first. He had a really good spring, but again, the spring you're restricted. So there's certain things you can't do. You don't have equal right to the ball in the spring. So now that changes. You're allowed to play the ball live, we call it, and finish through, bust the triangle and stuff like that as you guys learn your defensive back nomenclature. But he's been the same guy every day, and he's playing with confidence. And he's one of those guys that he's got elite feet, elite change of direction, but I see him growing in the mental side of it. I see him talking and studying splits with DA, David Overstreet II, and doing those things. And again, change of scenery helps a lot of people. A lot of people, they go to a team and it doesn't work out, then they go somewhere else, and for whatever reason, it fits. Is it the culture? Is it the defense? Is it them going, well, hell, I don't ever want to be, traded again? And I think some guys take it personal. I don't think Kaiir took it personal, but I do think he's got a chip on his shoulder just because he wants to be a great player, and he's proven that so far over these first couple days. And but the consistency of it's what gets me excited.
Could you imagine being drafted in the first round by the Buffalo Bills, and your second opportunity is with the Dallas Cowboys? Boy, I'd be so fired up. And not only do you go to the Cowboys, but you go to the Cowboys in a situation to where they're absolutely going to need you to play. You can't ask for anything better. It's the Cowboys. All eyes on us. So Kaiir Elam is balling. I think he's going to get a great opportunity. We're going to talk about him when we get to the cornerback room.
We've seen a lot of him. He's been getting a good burn. What have you liked from him so far?
Yeah, big, powerful man. Uses his hands for whatever reason. It guys take it personally.
We've seen
okay, they're talking about Adeniji.
What have you liked from him so far?
Yeah, big, powerful man. Uses his hands really, really well. He's one of those guys that, because of his size and width and things like that, he's hard to get around. If the speed rushers don't get him off the jump, it's hard for him because he's so big and strong. But he can anchor. He can absorb the bull rush and kind of sit down and stop movement. And in the run game, I mean, just a big, powerful man that can move people. Plays with good low pad level and gets his chin under the face mask, and he's able to lift people. So, again, kudos to the scouting department and what they've done in bringing some of these guys in. Because just 2 guys you talked about, Kaiir and Hakeem.
Tommy Yarsh, DallasCowboys.com. You detailed yesterday what you wanted to see from your running backs in their first day in pads. Did you get what you wanted out of that group, and who stood out to you?
Well, we have a lot of cold trickles. I learned that. We have a lot of guys that just drove through the smoke. Javonte had some great runs. Miles had some great runs. we were running some gap schemes and things like that, and some, we call them, double team plays where you're not pulling people. And I mean, they hit it shoulder square, no fair dodging. Thought we popped some nice runs. I thought we did a really good job in the run game yesterday of moving some people. Jayden had a couple really explosive runs, which was good to see. We got him on the safety one time, and the guy Phil Maffa, I'm starting to feel him. I'm starting to feel Phil. Like Phil's a guy who hasn't played football in a long time. And so you're starting to feel him, and you're seeing the talent, which gets you excited. And then I'm gonna say it again. You guys don't have to write it down because I know you're tired of hearing about it. But Hunter Lepke is an incredible football player. He really is. I mean, it's amazing. I mean, just his instincts for the game and what he does and what he brings, and the fact of being able to play 3-4 positions is incredible to me. And I can't say enough great things about him.
Okay. I was so excited when they started talking about Phil Maffa. Man, when you look at Phil Maffa's build, he reminds me of DeMarco Murray. I think once they get this guy acclimated, I think we're going to see him start running down the maybe towards the middle to the end part of the season. But him and I almost called him Tony Pollard. Him and Jayden Blue are showing flashes of being exactly what we want. Thunder and lightning. I believe Miles Sanders and Javonte Williams are just placeholders. I don't think they're long-term solutions. The long-term solution for this team is going to be Phil Maffa, Jayden Blue, and if the Cowboys decide to go and get them a running back in the draft next year, if they want to get a top back, quote-unquote top back. But Phil Maffa, to me, is going to emerge sooner or later on this team, similar to how DeMarco Murray emerged on the Cowboys. And Jayden Blue, man, he Tony Pollard 2000. This dude is making some incredible runs. He's making some incredible catch. We saw the one-hand catch. And I got some plays on day 5 and 6, his runs. Shoot, I'm telling you, they the long-term answer for the Cowboys. And I believe Javonte and I believe that Javonte and Miles Sanders are for this year. But Miles Sanders is running with an attitude. He's running with an attitude. But let me come to the comments. I want to see what y'all got to say on this. As we got Shotty, we're about a quarter of the way through. Let me see what you guys are saying in the comments on this whole thing with while Schottheimer's talking. Right, let's see what we're working with here. See where I can catch up. See if I can catch it like Double Dutch right in here. Okay, I remember we were somewhere in here. All right. Start with my sister Nisi. She said the O-line looks like they will protect 4 no matter what. I'm agreeing. They're looking pretty good. They're looking pretty good. JP said, I hate the Texas has no sports bet coming. Lisa Worley said, I agree, Nisi. The offensive line looks good. Yeah, they look real good. We got some pieces, too. The good thing about the offensive line, we got some depth. But the Robert Jones, that was a blow. That was a blow. Yeah, Poopy D, I don't want us to rush back Guyton. I want him to be ready to go. So if he has to miss a couple of games, I'd rather do that. I would definitely let him do that. Gregory Davis said if Guyton doesn't play, I'm expecting to see a lot of 12 personnel. Yep, can see that too. Charles White, what's going on? Oh, I forgot Charles White. He's a Cowboy lover, I can tell. Lewis Bailey says every year we have injuries in the preseason to key players. One year, maybe this one, we will have all of our players playing together, and the league has better look out for them boys. And because I'm gonna tell you, Mike McCarthy, I'll give him credit for this. Mike McCarthy said you want to have everything together. So we got everybody in training camp the way Mike McCarthy said. And if you can get everything together, it was like Mike McCarthy was saying, man, you mess around while everybody's trying to get themselves together in September. Man, if you can mess around and win 4 games, let's imagine winning all 4 of your games in September. Man, you only got 13 games to go. I mean, you're literally already halfway to a winning season. So you get 4 games under your belt, man. You mess around, and then after that, 13 games, Man, you mess around and win what? 13 games. You mess around and win 8 of those games, 8 of the 13, 12-5. You win 9, 13 and 4. So let me see here. Let me see. Tommy says Cowboys have been eliminated. Boy, y'all never cease to amaze me. All right. Let's see. Troy said Kyer is by far the most athletic cornerback on the Cowboys. Hey, Troy, he balling, man. Kyer Elam is balling. And he going to prove that this thing that happened with Buffalo, man, that was a fluke. That was a fluke. And what wound up happening, too, is that the other guy that was drafted with him, he started balling. And your best ability is availability. And so because he was hurt, he wound up getting beat out of the job. But no, this dude is on a mission. And I think he's going to be great for the Cowboys. I think he's going to be absolutely great for the Cowboys. Darren Posey, I'm sorry, you sound like my sons. Darren Posey said, big, powerful man using his hands as diabolical conversation. Stop it. All right, let me get out a little bit further. Oh, man. Lake West J says, what up, Lake? He said, remember Viva La Bam, don't feel. Okay, hold on a second. Uh-oh, pure gaming. Hey, man, I'm sorry, but I think Deuce Vaughn going to be out of here, bro. I think Deuce Vaughn going to be out of here. I do. I think he's going to be out of here. Because every time I think about a snap for Deuce Vaughn, I can't help but think, like, why would I give him the ball if I'm not giving it to Jay? That's a snap I could give to Jaden Blue. Katharina Kiss. Week 1 running back is going to be Miles Sanders. He's earned it. Miles Sanders is bald. And again, y'all, we don't have to worry about Jaden Blue. Jaden Blue is a part of the plan. He's not the bell cow. He is the chess piece. He's more versatile than he's more versatile than even Kevontae Turpin. Kevontae Turpin's a small dude. Jaden Blue, well, what is he? Somewhere, 5'9", 5'10", 5'11", 196 pounds. 4'2", 40. He's quick, moves, got a different type of gear. Shoot. Jaden Blue he's probably as good as some wide receivers on this team. He's probably as good as some of the wide receivers on this team. When I was looking at him, one of his interviews, he said he works out as a wide receiver. So Jaden Blue, game 1 will be a part of the Cowboys game plan. Guarantee you he gets 6 to 10 snaps easy. But I think the starting running back, Katharina, it is going to be Miles Sanders. He's earned it. I mean, he's just been that good. He has. He's been that good. So has Jaden Blue. Jaden Blue has been that good. So, but for sure, it'll be Miles Sanders. It'll be Miles Sanders. Aaron Botley, he says, trade Diggs, scared to hit. Aaron Botley said trade Diggs. He said trade Diggs, scared to hit self for a 4-week left tackle replacement. I'm going to talk about Diggs when I talk about the cornerback room. I'm telling you, one thing I can tell you, man, there are some Trayvon Diggs apologists out there, man. Woo! Robert Ben, what up? Man, there are some Trayvon Diggs apologists out there. They love this man. But we'll talk about him when we get to the cornerback section. Okay, I just want to catch up on some of you guys' comments. Y'all are my co-hosts. So again, all right, let's talk. Let's listen to some more of Shotty in the press conference.
Can you give us a sign of his instinctive ability, like what you saw on the field? Like he was supposed to go.
Wait, this had me laughing. I did hear this part today on my way to lunch, and I was laughing because Brian Schottenheimer was talking about Lipke and his instincts and stuff, and the dude said, "Well, can you give us some examples?" I said, "Boy, these dudes won't quit." But let me say this, because I didn't get a chance to mention this about Hunter Lipke. You know what it sounds like to me when I hear Brian Schottenheimer talk about Hunter Lipke? They don't know what to do with him. They don't know what to do with Hunter Lipke. Hunter Lipke, fullback, tight end. I'm like Niecy. Niecy says she don't trust him down there on the goal line. Y'all remember what happened? He is a very talented player. I looked at film on him when the Cowboys first got him. Very talented player. But where do you put him? I would love for the Cowboys to run some I formation, even some split backfield per se. I'd like to see Hunter Lipke line up at tight end sometime. I would like for you to put some plays in for him. But where do you put him? I mean, okay, so you're going to line him up at tight end. Is he better than Ferguson? Is he better than Spanford? Is he better than Schoonmaker? So if you put him at tight end, you're just taking reps away from them for what reason? We don't seem to have hardly any fullback plays, which is what he originally is. You're definitely not going to let him line up at running back. And if you're going to say he's going to run some short yardage stuff on the goal line, you're holding your breath. He's a very talented player. But it sounds like to me, I'm hearing from Brian Schottenheimer, the reason why I'm telling you he's so talented, we don't know what to do with him. Where does he fit? What do we do with him? Because even when he was here with Mike McCarthy, they didn't know what to do with him. And then when he fumbled, they were like, well, we know one thing we're going to do with him. We're going to put his butt on the bench. So what do you do with Hunter Lipke? This is what I'm hearing from Brian Schottenheimer again. They have no plan for him. Because, again, people mentioned Deuce Vaughn. I'm telling y'all, I believe that Deuce Vaughn is a talented player. But what do you do with him? You can't put him in the game and he not get the ball. Because if you put him on the field and he doesn't get the ball, you only have 10 men on the field. Who does he block? He definitely ain't blocking no doggone linebackers. Who does he block? He hasn't done enough to where anybody feels like he's a true threat. So what do you do with it? Deuce Vaughn and Hunter Lipke are two very talented players for the Cowboys, and I believe the honest truth, they don't know what to do with them. And the problem is, Deuce Vaughn was a Jerry Jones pick because the guy's father works on the team. Mike McCarthy, typically when you're drafting players, you're drafting them because you got a plan for them. For example, Jaden Blue. Cowboys got a plan for Jaden Blue. He is Tony Pollard 2000. They have a plan for him. Phil Maffa, late round running back draft. No, they got a plan for him. This dude will probably emerge. They're hoping that he might be able to emerge as a back similar to DeMarco Murray. But when you get a player as small as Deuce Vaughn, what's the plan? I mean, really, what's the plan? Hunter Lipke, you draft a fullback tight end hybrid. But you got Ferguson, you got Schoonmaker, you got Spanford. Man, they got other guys on this team, these undrafted guys, and they look pretty good. Why would you put Lipke again at tight end and they're bigger than him? I'm hearing they don't have a plan.
Here, but notice he had to go there.
Yeah. I think it was the first period, Todd. I think you'll have to check it, but we run an outside zone play to our right. The offense is right. And basically he's supposed to block the support player, the strong safety, who started down. On the snap, the safety went running back because our defense does a really good job of disguising, and they rotate their shells and they change it up. And so he started down. So Hunter's thinking, okay, I gotta go block that guy. That's my assignment. And then the safety leaves, so he ends up becoming basically a surf player. So what he does, he gets around the end, and it was a jumbo tight end. I don't remember which one it was doing it. And he gets around the edge, and there's a little bit of color off the tight end because the defensive end's trying to set the edge. And he just very subtly, very simply shoots his left hand and puts the defensive end back onto the tight end because his threat wasn't there. And then he carries on to the second level and blocks his safety. It's like those things. It sounds easy, or maybe it doesn't. Maybe it doesn't sound easy. You guys are probably like, "Dad, it sounds like a lot." But those things don't just happen. But the ability to go, okay, my guy's down. I start to go. Nope, he's leaving. Okay, oh, there's color. Let me shoot that color back on, and then carry on to the next level. Like when it's breathing and it's moving fast like that, that's not an easy thing. So that's a play you guys could definitely find probably out there on Twitter sphere or whatever it's called.
So let me translate this again. No plan. There's no plan for Hunter Lipke. Has anybody, he said you can find it on Twitter. Okay. Where's the Hunter Lipke footage? Where is it? Where's the footage of people like showing him running the ball? I mean, I think I saw one play with Hunter Lipke a couple of days ago, maybe 3 or 4 days ago. I mean, but overall, we're seeing footage with Jaden Blue. We're seeing footage with definitely Miles Sanders. We're seeing now the Javonte Williams footage is starting to come. I finally saw some Phil Maffa stuff today. Where's the Hunter Lipke stuff? We even saw some early stuff from Deuce Vaughn, but far and in between. They got these 2 talented players they drafted, and they didn't have a plan for them. Period in the story. I mean, what's the plan?
Joe Hoyt, Dallas Morning News. Quickly, was that a Miles Sanders run?
It was a Miles Sanders run. Yeah, around the edge. We actually captured the edge. Yeah, it was outside zone play. We captured the edge, large part because of him securing that. Miles got around the edge. Yep.
Okay, he blocked, but that's not what you really want to use Lipke for. Lipke can be a weapon for the right offense. I'm not sure if he fits in this offense. What's the plan? I'm going to come back to you guys when we get to around the 15-minute mark on this video.
And then for a week in camp, what's the biggest difference you noticed in Tyler Guyton from last year to this year?
Confidence is one. I see him trying things, which is really good. I see him changing up his sets, doing different things, using his hands. That comes from having a new set of tools in your toolbox. That's what we refer to it as a toolbox. You give players tools in their toolbox, which means they have ways of changing up their sets, their techniques. I can vertical set, I can jump set, I can outside arm press, I can do different things. And he's trying those different things, which is good because it frustrates the defensive linemen because they can't get a tell. When you're a younger player, you're more like, okay, that's my guy. I got to block Calvin, and so I'm just going to set back here, and wherever he goes, I'm just going to try to stay in front of him. But the fact that he's willing to try different sets and use those different toolboxes that Clayton and Connor have given him shows me that there's a confidence and that he's trusting the tools that he's being given. And usually what they all do is they figure out, hey, these 2 or 3 tools work really well for me, and those other 2 or 3 tools, those are kind of back burner.
Chess match between you and Matt Eberflus. Just to kind of further that question, how individualistic are you guys in terms of your play calling against each other? I know you're head coach too, but I mean, do you have no idea in what they're going to throw at you?
Well, when we do the move of the ball period, which we'll do one to be our last period today, yeah, we have no idea. It's just kind of literally we throw the personnel out there, we call the play offensively, and then he does what he does. When it's scripted, not that we know, but like I could look if I wanted to. But in terms of the chess match, I mean, I think, again, right now their disguises are excellent. That's making us work. It's making the QBs have to take an extra split second to find it. I think, yesterday we got after them pretty good in the run game, but they've done a nice job putting the lid on the coverage for us. We're having a hard time, which isn't unique. I mean, you're early in camp. Like I said, I've actually not let us throw routes on air throwing deep balls, but we're just a little off. Like we missed CD late on one. JT could have finished one. I think AB made a hell of a play, busted the triangle. But in terms of that, the give and take, and of course you want to win, but it's not about the winning and the losing. It's more about, hey, are we getting good work? How's the tempo? How's the pace? Are we on top of our sticks awareness? And all the game management stuff comes into play.
Hey, Coach. Patrick Walker, DallasCowboys.com. You mentioned Andrew Booth. You told me in the initial press conference that the other side of the coin with
He got hurt today. Cornerback.
having Savone and Trayvon on the injured list is that the younger guys will need to step up. Looks like Andrew had the best day of camp so far for himself. What have you seen that was different yesterday than days previously, and what are you expecting to see from him going forward?
Well, the answer is yes. He's playing same thing as Guyton. I see a confidence. You know, I see a guy that, again, David Overstreet II, incredible coach. Just the footwork, the technique, the things that he teaches is outstanding. But I see these guys that, when you're playing corner and you see something, you have to trust your instincts or your preparation. Hey, I see this split. I see the quarterback. I'm reading through, keying my 3-step. I see what's happening. Okay. And when they hesitate, that's usually when the ball gets completed. Thing other than that I've seen from AB is the ability to knock away contested catches. He's doing a great job of busting the triangle. The one that he got to GP early when he shouldn't have done that, I think that was him. But, I mean, yesterday I think he was the one on JT. We throw a go ball. JT's trying to stack the guy. AB's there. JT goes up trying to use late hands, and, AB kept fighting. I think JT started to come down with it, and, again, he just kept playing to the whistle. So, when you see corners like ours right now that are playing with confidence and they're triggering fast, that's a good thing. It means that they're confident and they've got a good feel for what they're doing.
The Dallas secondary wreaked havoc on the Dallas Cowboys wide receiving core, at least on day one. Man, they wreaked havoc on them. Let me see the next question then. Because for the sake of time, I'm going to come to the comments. And because they mentioned the cornerback room, I'm going to talk about the cornerbacks. Let's see.
Mike Leslie, WFA. Yesterday, we talked with Tyler Booker, and he had a great line about how playing offensive line is like doing algebra in a fist fight.
That was Tyler Booker.
That messaging that comes from you guys, is that something that maybe comes from his time at Alabama? Did he come up with that by himself?
Yeah, you'd have to. I don't know that one. I like it. What was it? You're doing algebra in a fist fight. All right, I'm going to take that one. Algebra, fist fight. Okay.
In the scope of all the things that an offensive lineman obviously has to do, what have you liked about his early goings?
I'm going to say first his demeanor. The way the guy approaches the game, the physical nature, the nastiness that he plays with is great. There's some fundamental stuff in the run game that you just can't teach that the guy does because of his size, his length, and the power that he has in his body. I like how he's being challenged right now with the wide 3 technique, the attack front that we play. Like we're forcing him to try to get comfortable being uncomfortable, playing in space. And that's, of course, a Matt Eberflus, Rod Marinelli deal where you want to play wide. But, obviously we made the move the other day, but the way he responded, to being put down on the second team, that shows you, man, he's wired the right way and he's got the right stuff. And he came back yesterday. I thought he had a really, really good day. And part of the success that we had yesterday in the run game was some of the double teams and fits that he was creating in there with our tackles and BB. And
no worries. He won't be second team now because Robert Jones is done for 2 to 3 months, if I'm not mistaken.
And all that stuff.
You said a moment ago that you haven't allowed the deep ball routes on air. Take me through what's the thinking there? Why not go?
Well, so in routes on air, you have a few minutes. Usually we script 4 things for the receivers that we want to work on, and they're going. Just because it's still early in camp and the guys are getting their legs underneath them, throwing go balls and then coming back and throwing a post and routes on air. It's not smart. You just worry early on in camp about potential soft tissue, things like that. Those will begin to get added in as we go, and usually the deep ball takes the longest. I mean, that's the thing. The ball travels the farthest. You got to throw it more accurately. You got to have a guy that goes and gets it, and a lot of things go into it. But we recognize the fact that we need to get better at that. So you'll see those being sprinkled in a little bit more. We call it RVAs, routes versus air. Some people call it routes on air. But you'll see a little bit more deep balls mixed in there as we go.
Okay, now this is a great point he makes. So this is what helped out the defense then, because their lack of deep route running, I guess, their lack of deep route, they were killing them on a lot of those intermediate routes. But you got to stretch them out, and if you can stretch them out, then you can loosen them up a little bit. I got some stuff on that, but I want to show you a couple of things because he talked about the cornerback. Let me come to your comments, And then I want to show you a couple of things because he talked about this issue with the Cowboys cornerbacks. And I'm telling us, so the Cowboys did something today. The Cowboys brought in some cornerbacks. Cowboys brought in some cornerbacks. And this is very smart. This is very smart that they've done this. I'm going to skip down just for a moment. I want to skip down here to this thing with the cornerbacks. Because I'm telling us, the Cowboys cornerback room, Kyrie Elam, check. Deron Bland, check. Anything below that, where are we? Because the talk is that Savone Revel Jr. was going to be ready by time the Savone Revel Jr. was going to be ready. Man, let me show you what I found today. Let me see here. Let me show you what I found today on Savone Revel Jr. that just had me just... I'm in utter shock when I saw this video. Let me see if I got it from yesterday or today. Hold on just a second. When I saw this thing on Savone Revel Jr., and then I saw this thing on Savone Revel Jr., and then I saw the thing on Trayvon Diggs, man, we need to count both of them out. I'm just being honest with you. We need to count both of them out. Let me see. It might be on my day. And I don't mean that in a bad way, but this thing on Savone Revel Jr. and people talking about that he was going to be ready, I do not know where they're getting this from. And let me see if I can find it. I had to. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. It's top one. Let me show y'all Savone Revel Jr. Man, let me show you this dude. And some of y'all probably already saw this play. But when I saw this, I said, man, ain't no way this dude is going to be ready. Look at this. So obviously they have Savone Revel Jr. doing some catch drills, right? Check him out. Back pedal. All right. Jumps. Look. He gimpy. He jumped. He came down. Cowboys, please. Hey, y'all might need to chill on this stuff. Savone Revel Jr. doesn't look ready to do this. Let's show him more time. Now, maybe he's going to, maybe over the next couple of weeks, I mean, he's going to improve, but I'm telling us, he doesn't look right. He don't look, that don't look like to me somebody that's going to be, that doesn't look like to me somebody's going to be here for the opening game. Look at this. So this is Trayvon Diggs. And I'm telling you now, Trayvon Diggs ain't fooling me. And I'm going to tell you why in just a moment. But this is Trayvon Diggs. He looks, and this is the crazy part. He looks better than Savone Revel Jr. Now, you know what? Like right here. I'm kind of, now, did y'all see that? It almost looked like to me that maybe there was some discomfort when he came down. Like he's like trying to make like it's not. But that didn't look natural to me. Let's look at that again. That don't look natural. This don't look right here. This, the way he kind of brought his lip. Let me give you a long story short. These two are not going to be ready. I would even think Savone Revel Jr. could be ready before him. And, hold on a second. Did I not? Okay, hold on. Let me make sure I was on there with Trayvon Diggs. I might not have had that on there. Excuse me. Let's check him out again. I'm struggling because it's the same thing as Savon Revel Jr. When he caught it, it's like it was a gimp there just for a second. He ain't going to be ready either, though. He will not be. I'm telling you, I don't think Trayvon Diggs, while I do think he's moving well, the problem with this surgery that he had, it's the contact. It's the contact. Now I went back and did some digging on this injury. This chondral bone graft. And I'm telling you, it's a doozy. It is nothing to, I'm telling you, it is nothing to sneeze at. It's a big deal. It really is a big deal. And so the problem with this type of injury, it's the contact. It's a very experimental surgery. And I don't know if I should call it experimental, but it's not a surgery that's happening all the time. Noah Brown got it. And one of the things that I looked up on Noah Brown, I looked at Noah Brown's stats after the surgery. He had this bone graft surgery too. I think he had it in 2019. This is him with the surgery. This was him after the surgery. And what kind of caught my eye was the first 2 seasons. Now, I know he might have been playing behind some players, but this is after the injury. 16 games, 14 receptions. 2021, 13 games, 16 receptions. I mean, I don't know if this is directly tied to the injury, but from what I'm seeing, it took him 2 years. It took him 2 years to get to 43 receptions, 555 yards. He went to Houston, 33 receptions, 567 yards. Washington Commanders, 11 game, 35 receptions. He was with them last year. And so some of this I'm kind of like attributing to, well, maybe he's not that good of a receiver, so he's playing the third receiver. But I'm just kind of wondering that 2020 and 2021 season in particular. I mean, I'm wondering. I am wondering about this, man, because I've been doing some reading on this chondral bone graft injury. And again, the big deal about it is it's the contact. They talk about it. It's the contact. I went I did a lot of research on it. And let me kind of show you what it is, what Trayvon Diggs is dealing with. See this chondral bone graft surgery. It's a surgical technique used to repair damaged cartilage. And when you start talking about cartilage issue, man, that's a lot, man. And when you're the kind of guy that Trayvon Diggs is, kind of wide receiver, kind of cornerback he was. I mean, we're talking about Noah Brown. Noah Brown wasn't a number 1 wide receiver. We're talking about Trayvon Diggs being a top, supposed to be a top flight cornerback. And so one of the things they started talking about was, the rehab. It says the physical therapy is crucial for regaining strength, range of motion, and proper joint function. And so the surgeon will advise on when to start bearing weight on the leg, which depends on the graft size. And then it says The timeline for returning depends on individual progress and surgeons' recommendations. And again, some of the other stuff that I found on this is the contact issue. The contact issue. It's one thing when you get this back together and you can run. But the next question becomes, what happens when you have to hit? What happens when you fall on the ground? You fall on your knees. See, we're watching Trayvon Diggs, and this is why, don't take this in the wrong way when I say that Trayvon Diggs, when I say Trayvon Diggs isn't fooling me. What I mean by he's not fooling me is because, man, we haven't seen, it's one thing when you can get your range of motion back. If you've ever broken something, it's one thing to be able to use it again. Well, doggone it, it's another thing. It's another thing when you start getting hit. When you start getting hit or you start using it, it would be like a boxer with a broke hand. It's one thing for the hand to heal and he starts holding a glass of water or he's turning the page on the book. That's fine. What happens when he step back in the ring? What happens when he starts hitting the heavy bag? Those are two different conversations. And so that's why for me, when I see Trayvon Diggs, and we got people who are looking at this saying, yeah, man, look, he's running good, he's cutting and blah, blah, blah. Number one, this ain't full speed. Number two, this ain't him covering Jamar Chase. He's not covering a top flight wide receiver. Number three, he's not tackling and falling on the ground. This is some more footage I have of Trayvon Diggs. See, all this stuff is cool. See, this is cool beans. All this stuff is cool beans. These, when you talk about Trayvon Diggs, these to me are not the questions. The questions are, but what will he look like when he's covering? What will he look like when he has to tackle? What happens when he starts knees hitting the turf, rolling on the ground, all that stuff? This is where the true test for Trayvon Diggs is. Because, you think about what they're doing with the Cowboys. This is one of the reasons with the Cowboys, they don't have Dak Prescott like doing some of the steps over the bags and all of that stuff because they're like, okay, he's good, but we're not going to clear him for the intense leg, hip movement type stuff. So the Cowboys, as a matter of fact, let me bring this up and then I'm going to come to the comments. Don't think the Cowboys are not aware of this. They're not dumb. Cowboys are not dumb. I think they're figuring out, hey, man, we got to get somebody in here. We got to get some people in here before it gets too late. We need to get them in early. I'm still waiting on the Stephon Gilmore's phone call, but of course, that hadn't happened. I don't know if you've seen this. This is where the Cowboys are. Cowboys have brought in, I think it's actually 4 cornerbacks. Dallas Cowboys work out trio of defensive backs with experience under Matt Eberflus. So these are some guys that Matt Eberflus is familiar with, and they're familiar with his system. Obviously, the Cowboys are looking to bring in training camp bodies, and have worked out 4 defensive backs in Oxnard, including a trio of experience under Matt Eberflus. I don't know if y'all seen this story. Talks about, of course, Trayvon Diggs, and I'm telling you, Trayvon Diggs praying for his recovery. But that chondral bone graft surgery, I think it's going to take a little bit more time. I hope he doesn't rush back. It says here, an interesting note about the group of cornerbacks is that all but Holmes spent a brief tenure under Cowboys defensive coordinator Matt Eberflus while he was head coach of the Chicago Bears. And so I'm not familiar with these guys. Let's see. Okay, so one of the guys, I guess they says Hand was a 5th round pick of the Minnesota Vikings in the 2020 draft. He spent the 2022 season under Eberflus. Graham was drafted by the Bears in the 6th round. 2021, spent a year with the team before being signed off the practice squad by the Cleveland Browns. It says Matthew, who was tied for 5th in the nation in pass breakups during his time at Valdosta State, was a 7th round pick of the Arizona Cardinals in 2022. He spent part of the 2023 season on the Bears practice squad before becoming a free agent. Holmes, the lone player in the group who did not play under Eberflus, has spent 3 years in the league with NFC East rivals. After being elected in round 7 of 2022 draft by the Washington Commanders, he briefly signed with the New York Giants last summer. So they brought in 4 guys, kind of, like they said, kind of camp bodies, but 3 of them have played for Eberflus. So obviously under the Eberflus recommendation. But this also leads me to believe, Cowboys fans, this leads me to believe the Cowboys will more than likely bring in, they will be keeping their eyes out for other cornerbacks that they could probably add to this cornerback room. Because I'm telling you, if I'm the Dallas Cowboys, I am not putting the eggs in the basket unless I see something different from Savon Revel Jr. Man, Savon Revel Jr. looks, man, he looks way further out to me than 4 weeks, but I'm not a doctor. But I'm just using the eye test. And this dude, to me, if we're saying that he looks like he's going to be ready to play, that's not what I'm expecting you to look like. I'm actually expecting him to look more like Trayvon Diggs. Trayvon Diggs, as far as running and cutting, all that stuff looks pretty good. With Trayvon Diggs, what I'm concerned about is what happens the first time he gets hit, first time he falls on the ground, he has to, his knees hit the ground. That's what I'm worried about with Trayvon Diggs. And the fact that he's playing cornerback, and if I'm teams, and you're going to put Trayvon Diggs out there, you better get ready. Because I'm coming at you about 15 times a day. And I'm going all the way down the field on you if you're going to put Trayvon Diggs out there. Boy, he going to run. And I'm going to try to hit him with dig routes. I'm going to try to hit him with out routes. I'm going to run the running back to his side. I mean, I'm going to do all kinds of things on Trayvon Diggs because of the questions about that knee. I mean, that's just football 101 to me. It's football 101. So, y'all tell me what you think on this. But I don't think Diggs is going to be ready. I don't think he's going to be ready. And the question is, when will he be ready? So, the Cowboys, they brought in 4 guys, but I think they're going to have to start seriously looking. Booth went down today in camp. This interview about with Brian Schottenheimer is before camp today. Booth went down. We don't know what's going on with Booth. So the Cowboys need to start looking sooner than later. They need to start looking at cornerbacks. They do. They need to start looking at cornerbacks. Because, again, Trayvon Diggs, he'll be back probably. They don't really know when he's going to be back. He's trying to come back for his game. I think that'll be dumb for Trayvon Diggs. Trayvon Diggs, to me, probably needs to be thinking closer to Thanksgiving. I think that would probably be a better timeline, dealing with this chondral bone graft injury. And then again, Savon Revel Jr., they're talking about this dude was going to be ready for the first game. And maybe he will. But the way he's looking now, I don't like he's going to be ready to me. Does not like he's going to be ready to me. But y'all tell me what you think. But the Cowboys have got to do something in this cornerback room. They're going to have to do something in this cornerback room. There's no doubt about it. And I think they're going to have to do something serious. They're bringing in some guys right now, but they're going to have to really think about what in the world are they going to do with this cornerback room. Coyote says Lipke will make it because he can do a lot. But, again, Coyote, my problem with Hunter Lipke, I already know he can play. They don't seem to have a plan for him. To me, everything they're saying sounds like, yeah, he's a great player. We just don't have a plan for him. What's the plan? What's the plan for him? King 62, he said next man up. He said, let's go. Troy Dudley says, okay, Hunter Lipke package. I want to see it. Dallas has running power in practice. Is always dangerous. Yeah. Their line looks a lot better, so they're already going to be able to run the ball a lot better. 555, I would love for the Cowboys to go back to using a fullback. Emmitt Smith was very successful using a fullback. Ron Hanna said, gee, I agree. He said, honestly, what is the plan for him? Talking about Hunter Lipke. Again, when I hear Brian Schottenheimer talk, I'm hearing him basically say, this guy is good. We just don't have a plan. Where are the videos of him with multiple plays and all these things? Johnny Blue in the crib, what up? Yeah, there is some limited on some of the practices, but we've basically seen plays from everybody but him. I think I got one play where he's caught something, where he's caught a pass. Johnny Blue, he says, I think they said Savon Revel Jr. was going to be ready by training camp. Hey, Johnny Blue, what you think when you saw that video I just showed? Savon don't look ready to me. Pure Gaming said, yeah, Revel looks like he got hurt last week. Yeah, he don't look ready to me. But we'll see. We'll see. But again, 5.5 weeks ain't long, man. 5.5 weeks ain't long. I mean, we're going to be literally talking about Thursday Night Football. We're going to be having our first post-game show here in the 5.5 weeks. Johnny Blue, he said he's going to have to eat a lot of deer antlers to get on that field, in a competitive game. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. So, Nisi, yeah, he looks pretty big, don't he? I thought the same thing. Yeah, Diggs looks pretty big. The thing about Diggs, I'm telling us, the movement, I don't see, that's no problem. The issue with that chondral bone graft surgery, when you start falling on the ground, you fall on your knees, you start hitting and stuff like that. That's the part. That's the part I'm starting to worry about. Oh, Jerry Fagan, hold on a second. That thumbnail was made before the news came down that Tyler Guyton was not out for the season. Yeah, that was before. No, I don't do clickbait like that. I didn't know when I made the thumbnail, and I didn't go back and change it. I didn't change it. As a matter of fact, I didn't even think to change it. So yeah, sorry about that. No clickbait. No, we found out afterward. Richard, appreciate you in the chat. You've been at work. Appreciate you. All right, so we hit the cornerback thing. Spent about a couple hours. I got to go do a couple things. It's 2 hours and 17 minutes in. So we're going to be back tomorrow at our regular time at around 4:30. But what I'm going to do, I've already talked about the cornerback. We can do the player interviews tomorrow. Those are not things of just absolute urgency. So the way we're going to close the show, let me give you about 10 minutes. Let me give you about 10 minutes of great plays, or 10 minutes of plays from not only day 5 in pads, and I'm going to give you a full dose of plays from the best plays from day 6. I'm going to go, after I get off here, I'm going to make a couple of videos on this, and tomorrow, the best plays of day 5 and the best plays of day 6, they will be, and I might even put them in one big video. I'll do that. I'm going to make a video for that tomorrow so you can see all the plays. But for now, let's go to some of the best plays. Let's go to some of the best plays from day 5 and some of the best plays from day 6. Let's get this thing popping. Let's see. Oh, and if Angie might not be on no more, but Angie called Jalen Tolbert. Let me tell you one of the biggest takeaways I got from the first day in pads on Sunday, and I didn't get a chance to talk about it. This dude, Jalen Tolbert, his lack of separation is concerning. Very, very concerning. But let's roll some of these clips I got. Let's see. This right here, I think is Jalen Tolbert, matter of fact. Let's check it out. This is day 5. Jalen Tolbert. Man. Look at this. It was a great pass by Dak, but look at this. Where is the separation? Where's the separation? And Dak probably could have got that out there a little bit more, but Dak was trying to put that between the corner and the safety. But where's the separation? Oh, I'm sorry, guys. You can't see it. I'm sorry. Let's go again. All right, look. Free play, but where's the separation? Somebody jumped. Dak should have got that out further, but it looks like he's trying to put it between the corner and the safety. But nevertheless, my issue is, where's the separation? Ooh. Definitely didn't like that. Let's go to the next play here. All right, next play, we got Jalen Tolbert again. It might be the same one. It's the same play. And again, it's Booth is who it is. It's Booth that got him on this coverage and got him locked up. But I mean, absolutely no separation. Very concerned. Very, very concerned on that. Jalen Tolbert, man. All right. Next play. Let me tell you, man. This dude, CD Lamb, has been... He got something personal against the Dallas Cowboys secondary. Watch this play right here. Look at this. Boom. This dude threw this dude out of bounds on that play. Look at this. CD catch the rock. Bam. Whoa. But wait. But then CD turns around. He must have said something. Yeah, he must have said something. He must have said something. Let's watch it again. CD put a move on him. Oh! What is Dak doing? Yeah, CD must have said something, but boy, CD has been abusing he's been abusing this Dallas Cowboys secondary, man. I believe this dude CD is about to have a doggone season. Man, I'm sorry. Did I not show y'all that? Hold on. Let's go back again. All right. CD Lamb again. Let me show you so you can see the picture. But CD Lamb, and maybe I did show you. Guys, I don't have my second monitor yet, so I'll be getting that soon. But CD Lamb has got something personal against this Dallas Cowboys secondary. He been destroying the Dallas Cowboys secondary, man. Look at this. Puts the move on him, runs out of bounds, and then runs back in his face. He must have said something, though. I think he said something. Dak putting hands on these boys. CD Lamb putting hands on them too. Man. CD Lamb, he must got something personal against this Dallas Cowboys secondary. Dak been killing them boys. I mean, CD Lamb been killing them boys. All right. Let's check this play out. Jaden Blue. I'm telling you, Jaden Blue has earned reps on this team on the offense already. This is Jaden Blue. Look at that. Ooh. I'm telling y'all, Jaden Blue got a different gear. Look at that. It looks like he comes through here pretty much untouched, doesn't it? Ooh. Ooh. Man, he put a move on 14. This dude, Jaden Blue, I'm telling y'all, man. This dude, Jaden Blue, is real. Shoot, Jaden Blue real. The versatility of Jaden Blue is absolutely insane. I'm just telling us. Let's see here. Watch these steps by Jaden Blue. Check him out. I'm telling you, this dude, Jaden Blue, is going to be great for the Cowboys. I mean, look at him. Check out his vision. Boom. 1 cut, 2 cuts. Third. Yeah, he nice. Oh, hold on. I'm sorry. Y'all gotta forgive me, man. Jaden Blue is nice. Yeah, he nice. He nice with it. That looks like Damone Clark. Yup. I think the Cowboys run game gonna be nice this year. No doubt about it. All right. This is from the first day of pads. Let's see here. Let's see. Hold on. This might be. All right. Bam. George Pickens. Nice throw from Dak Prescott. George Pickens and Dak Prescott are going to be a deadly connection this year. Let's watch that again. Nice sideline throw. And I'm sure he's tackled right there. Nice. Nice. All right. Let's get another play here. Ryan Flanoy. Finally, we're starting to get some Ryan Flanoy sightings. Finally. Ryan Flanoy, let's check him out. Yep. And who was that throwing the ball there? That was Milton, maybe? Yeah. Joe Milton. Yeah, the nice throw. Flanoy. Yep, can't forget about Flanoy. I'm sure he's tackled right there. I'm sure he's tackled right there. But again, it's good to see a Flanoy sighting. I got another one for day 6. Looks like they're gonna hit him again on day 6. But let's see. Let's get a couple more plays from day 5, then I'm gonna give you a couple from day 6. Let me give you one more. Let me give you Brevin Spanford. Brevin Spanford getting busy with the Cowboys. He's earning some reps too. Okay. Oh, I think this must have been maybe. Okay, they didn't have this Brevin Spanford. This is not him. This is a run play. Okay. This one's mislabeled. Looks like a run play there. 33. I'm gonna have to look back and see who that is. Oh, okay. This was actually Brevin Spanford going down. That's what it is. Brevin Span. Okay, got it. Brevin Span went down. All right. Nevertheless, that was a pretty good play. All right. Let me give you a few from day 6, and then we're going to get out of here. This was from today, and I'm telling you, I've already showed y'all the Tyler Guyton stuff. Looked incredible, matter of fact. I'm going to go ahead and spoil it. I'm going to give you the play of the day. This is the play of the day. Everybody was talking about this one. This is the play of the whole day if you haven't seen it. Everybody had been waiting for it, hadn't got it yet. Here it is. The play of the day. Boom! Dak Prescott lets it rip. Perfect pass to George Pickens. Yeah. I'm sorry, let me show you. Only I'm watching it. Here we go again. Dak Prescott. Boom, he lets it rip. George Pickens. Play of the day. Yep. See that again. Nice. Nice. Perfect placement. Play of the day. Yep. Play of the day. Everybody was talking about that one. Play of the day. Let me show you something on defense. Man, Malik Hooker played his butt off today in practice, guys. He played his butt off. Watch this stop he made. Look at this. Ooh. Oh, man. Man, that boy would have been hurt. Ooh. Yeah, that play wasn't working on the defense right there. 10 still up there on the right tackle. Great play. Yes, great play. All right, let's hit a couple of more in here. Next play, let's see. Look at Malik Hooker. Boy, he was taking it serious today. Check him out on this one. Check this play out. Boy, I saw this. I was like, what in the world? I didn't know they was doing this. Check this out. Look. Yeah, I didn't know they was doing this. Yeah, the safety play today was great. Safety play was great today for the Cowboys. Yep. Somebody said Malik Hooker is the best tackler on the team. Let's look at this one, another defensive play. Let's see if this is the one. Okay, let's get the right one. That's not the okay. Let me. You've already seen the one where he made the run stop, but now this is him in pass coverage with a great pass thing. And this may be. What if this is the play that shot it? No, it's not. It can't be the play shot he was talking about. All right. So Dak is at the line of scrimmage, making some adjustments here. And look who's in the backfield, Hunter Lipke. They got to use him for more than this, though. Now, they called this a pass breakup. This wasn't a pass breakup. Yeah, they called this a pass breakup. This is not a pass breakup. I mean, it was good coverage. Nice coverage. Throw was a little too high for Pickens, but it was great coverage. Defense played well. They've been playing well, man. When they put them pads on, man, these practices started looking way different. I don't know about y'all, but man, these practices started looking way different once they put them pads on. Man, let me show you this little dude, Turpin. Man, this dude Turpin got some strength. Check this out. I don't know if y'all saw this play right here. This dude is about to knock, I'm thinking it's Ty Smith on the ground. Watch this. Man, he ran right into it. They would have mauled Cavant. They'd have mauled him though, because they had a hit on him. Safety right there, and then 13 right there. Yeah, they had him cold. Looks like we definitely gonna be seeing Cavante Turpin in the backfield though. Yeah, like we're gonna be seeing a lot of him. Let me show you this one. Dak Prescott with another deep pass. Check it out. Cavante Turpin. Nice. All right, let me show you a couple more plays, then we're going to get out of here. But they are definitely going to be using Turpin. They're definitely going to be using Turpin Turpin in the run game. He's gonna be a jack of all trades, I guess. Okay, let's see here. This is Ryan Flanoy again. This is day 6 though. Joe Milton gets him again, looks like. Look at this. Nice. Nice. For sure. Oh, yeah, excuse me. Hold on. Let's check it out again. Pump fake. Nice. Real nice. All right, let's get one more play in. Y'all be on the lookout for the video. I got more than this. Check this out. CeeDee Lamb drops a great pass from Dak Prescott. Check it out. Ooh. Yeah, he straight up dropped it. All right, let me show you what he did after he dropped it, though. I don't know if y'all saw this. Check out what he did after he dropped it. Same play, they're gonna show you the extended part. Courtesy of Clarence Hill. CeeDee Lamb with the drop. All right, and somewhere in here, I guess he dropped down and gave the push-ups, even though, okay, I see CeeDee Lamb back there. CeeDee Lamb is making his way back there towards the back, if you can see him, coming left to right. They run another play. And CD Lamb is down here doing push-ups. Man, he doing quite a few too. Man, I didn't count, but dang, how many you do for dropping the ball? 20? Okay. But nevertheless, those were the best plays from day 5 and day 6. I actually got more plays than that. And again, we'll be back tomorrow. We'll catch some more of this Brian Schottenheimer stuff. I am sure there will be more to look at. But nevertheless, let me go to some of your comments, and then I'm going to get out of here for tonight. Let me see here. I'm going to go down to about the last. Let's see. I'm pretty sure y'all was telling me you couldn't see it sometimes. That's my fault, but I got you. I got a remedy for that tomorrow. Let's see here. Robert Simmons, he said Hooker play with Matty Uflos. Hey, I'm telling you, Hooker's looking really good. C-Base, I don't want Dak running either. I got to play with him running. I just don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I had trying to flip this thing. Yeah, it's only training camp. We got some ways to go. And the good thing is we got some, I'm glad we got another 5 weeks to work out a lot of things. Because Cowboys, I think something that Brian Schottenheimer said made sense. You don't want the quarterbacks going deep too much because you could get a tear or something like that. So you kind of want to ease them into, just kind of ease them into the deep throws for right now. TJ Fast said you're getting gassed up for training camp and then disappointed in real games. Nah, we should be good. At the end of the day, the Cowboys, DJ, the thing for us, we just got to get to the end. We just got to get to the end. We can win regular season. We've already proven that. And with George Pickens, we're definitely going to win in the regular season. But what I'm hoping with George Pickens is we're going to win some in the postseason. C-Base said needs improvements to the defense. Otherwise, we're going to be one of those teams that's at to keep scoring. Yeah. We're gonna see what it do. But yeah, we're like I said, we got another year of getting this roster together. This isn't. We're getting close, but I think we still need a couple of more to really get us to where we want to be. Yeah, true Cowboy. I think so too. We're gonna score some points. We definitely gonna score some points. But I want that defense. I really want that Cowboys defense to really step it up. Because defense wins championships. Defenses fix it to where they're already going to get a lot of takeaways. They said their goal is 40. I think the peak was 34 when Dan Quinn was here. So obviously they want to beat the 34 that Dan Quinn got, and they want 40. So I'm hoping they score some defensive points. But I want some stops. I want some stops in the run game. I want us to be able to stop people from running the football. Because if you can do that, man, you can win a lot. Y'all can win a lot, man. I'm telling you, we can win a lot. Fat says defense needs improvements. Yeah, we got work to do. Let's not get carried away by these streamers only showing us good plays. Yeah, you'll see that on the video. I show bad plays too. And again, I showed some bad plays even with Tolbert. Again, one of the concerns I have is Jalen Tolbert isn't getting separation. So we'll see some of those things. But yeah, you missed the fact we've already showed some of the plays, some bad plays too. We've shown some of that early on. But we still gonna be optimistic, bro. You can't stop us from being optimistic. You can look at the glass half full or half empty. I think the glass is half full. The Cowboys got some more they got some more they can put in there to continue to improve the team. The glass is half empty if this is all we can do and the rest gonna be taken out too. Nah, we can be optimistic. Yeah, we're gonna win in the regular season. We just gotta get this thing down to the end, and we're gonna be good to go. All right. Pretty good. DJ Fat, stay tuned. I don't think we're gonna have the same outcome. We'll see. We'll see if we have the same outcome. But I don't think we are. Hallelujah said that's like saying, yo, every time I see the police, I want them to lock me up. I never want them to tell me hello. Yeah, I mean, we seeing some good things right now. Kobe D, peace out. Good night. Appreciate y'all. Hallelujah. Appreciate y'all rocking with me. All right, Lisa Worley, I'm going to give you the last word. She says, great show as usual. And on that note, we're going to get out of here. Until the next time, may God bless you. May God keep you. Let's talk Cowboys. We talk facts. DCL for life. Peace.